All right, we are live yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You'll love to see it. April 3rd, 2020. We are back, guys. Got those shoulders. Shoulders look pretty sick, right? Big Nemesis. Hell yeah, appreciate it. Welcome back, everybody. Got a couple hours to stream today, so I'm gonna try to get a few levels on the Warlock. Nah, no Neff staff yet. Holy smokes, Warriston, brother. I'll show you the gear real quick before we get into the Warlock. Thank you very much, Warriston. Yo, seriously. Much appreciated, bro. Keeping a roof over my head in these trying times. You love to see it, man. Thank you, brother. How are you today, Warriston, man? Alright, here we are. Yo. I've been this past week, guys. This past week, I actually was, got some buffs and tried to go kind of hard in BWO. Let me see if I can pull this up, actually. Nah, I mean, it's all good. I don't need to show it or whatever, but I got some pink parses this week, both MC and BWL. I was super stoked. Like, it's almost like that expression, visited by the muse. Sometimes you just fall in and out of favor with stuff, and I've just been enjoying raiding for some reason. This past week was fun, man, and we don't have a PI priest, or else I would have paid for PI. But even with no PI priest, man, it was a good time, and just haven't felt that in a minute. Just going into the raids and slapping stuff around. I was trying to really go for it. It was fun, but so I'll show you. The gear has been improving quite a bit. We got the 3-piece bonus. You'll love to see that. I mean, the 3-piece is sick. That's, 23? Yeah, TK, we're going to log over in just a second here. People are asking about the gear, so I'm just going to go through it. Got the 3-piece, which is a huge upgrade. Anything else we get? Oh, we got this ring. This ring, I don't know. I mean, this has got to be... I mean, this ring is solid, dude. 33 shadow spell power. But yeah, the 3-piece is pretty huge, man. I was pretty stoked about that. Still got the baby choker. Do you keep toe up equipped for every pull in the raid? I do, yeah. I use toe up all the time. I mean, the cooldown is short enough, right? Just use it friggin' all the time. Toe up is just insane. But yeah, man, you'll love to see some pink parses and stuff like that. It's almost like I was feeling kind of washed up on the Warlock, but I feel like I'm back, dude. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to raid again. ZG's coming out soon, guys. I'm actually kind of hyped for it. The raid is fun, too. Raiding with Def Camp, Melderon Grays, like all the boys and girls, Shout out to Sarm. We got Thunder Fury, finally. So, yo, Cap City, good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Are you getting burnt out on streaming? It's not really that, man. It comes in cycles. Anybody who's made YouTube videos or streamed or whatever knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's not even... I'm basically... Speak, friend. Been streaming long enough now to understand, like, what happens. You can't sustain streaming every day, like, super hard for forever. I mean, you can. You can, but here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. It's just like life. People are nice, right? You hang out with people, but there are diminishing returns on people's company. There really is. So, like, you can hang out with some people, and then if you hang out with them too much, it's like more is not always better, right? Sometimes less is better. Less is more. So that's the thing. I was streaming a lot and streaming tons of hardcore characters over and over and over again. And streaming some of the same stuff over and over and over again, there's going to be a diminishing return. And I don't want to waste your guys' time. As I'm saying, like, if there's, I want it to feel fresh, right? And when I play a character or something, I want to be into it and all that. So, yo, what's up, Matt Shepard? Good to see you. We got some biddies. Hey, what's up, Cap City? Yeah, you hang out with people, your friends, whatever. You love them, your best friends. And the first week you hang out with them, it's going to be great, right? It's going to be like the best thing ever. Yeah, it's like, good to see you, man. My man Jose's visiting me, like, hell yeah. By the time you get to week 2 and week 3, you get a little on each other's nerves and stuff like that. So it's the same thing with streaming. There's a burnout on my side where the sense that, just going out there every single day, sometimes you'll run out of things to talk about. Secondly, If I'm streaming every day, you guys are gonna get sick of me. It's just, it is what it is. It's life. So I think it's good. Like, it's almost healthy to just weave in some little breaks here and there. Immolate, drain soul, hell yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get some levels on this Warlock today. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, Firebolt rank 2, we do. We picked up the Voidwalker quest as well. Dark Storms. Alright. We are 10 really in a strange timing. We're 10 before we've even done Encroachment, before we've even done Dark Storms. That should be alright. Are we doing inventory space? I gotta get caught up to speed with this dude again. Got Machinima Skull. We have glue down there already. I'm really torn between Druid and Warlock on TBC as well, guys. I think I'm gonna go Warlock though. Been watching my man Crix stream some of the TBC servers. Just seeing how Warlocks play in TBC. Golly, man, it's the good life. Cargoes, I finally made a Twitch account. Oh, there he is. Same name, Matt Shepard. You'd love to see it. What's up, buddy? Warlock is solid. Yeah, man. I mean, just Warlock is so gross. It's amazing, though. I'm in. Alright, let's get some of these spells up here. Train Soul. What else we got? We have Fear, Tap. Rank 2 Bolt. Okay. Alright, let's go do some Encroachment, man. See you back in the saddle again. Like, take a couple days off. I've been playing some CSGO. Anybody play CSGO in here? Been playing some CSGO. Been playing some Hearthstone, which is a game that I used to play a lot of. I know it's different from how it was a little bit, but I always enjoyed card games, guys. I don't know if anybody play Magic the Gathering here, or if you play anything else like that, but I always really enjoyed card games, and that was pretty fun too. I gotta say. I'm still playing a little bit of Hearthstone. They got a TBC expansion coming out in Hearthstone, which is interesting. Coming out around the same time as the World of Warcraft TBC, baby. No, the TBC expansion comes out in... Yeah, it'll be kind of different. I think the TBC expansion comes out in a week. Not World of Warcraft though. Don't go crazy. The Hearthstone one, and then, you know, the actual classic TBC. You think they're gonna call it TBC Classic? What do you guys think? The Burning Crusade Classic? Sounds kind of weird. Or you think they're just gonna call it? I mean, they have to, right? They have to call it the Burning Crusade Classic. I'm trying to think about what else they would even call it. Burning Crusade 2? Hey, what's up, Kent? What's up, Karg? Hope you and your loved ones are doing well. I appreciate it, man. We're doing alright. We're hunkered down here in California. Where's everybody checking in from today? On this fine day. Set up a nice little triangle. Alright. TBC Reforged? Yikes, dude. TBC Reforged. Yeah, I don't know how I think the Reforged brand is pretty shot at this point, right? Classic Burning Crusade, just TBC. They call it Vanilla Classic. The thing is, I always think about Vanilla WoW as Classic. So if they start calling TBC Classic when it comes out, what do we call this? Just Vanilla again? Go back to calling it Vanilla? I guess. Hey, Lee Chan, thank you very much, brother. I hope you're doing well too. I hope everybody's doing well. You guys, who has the hot streak right now? Who's stayed in? How long has it been since you guys have been out? I wonder. Sarmi in our raid yesterday said that she has been inside with her husband for 5 weeks. That means even before all this quarantine business happened, they were inside, and they just kept it going. That's insane to me. It hasn't. So even though it's you know, it's been, what has it been, about 3 weeks? Golly, time flies. This is week 3 of the whole shelter-in-place thing, right? I haven't been inside the whole time. I've been inside for about a week now, but like I did a Costco run relatively recently, just trying to, because it's still, you know, reasonably safe out to you know, get stuff. I'm going out there with the N95 on and trying to be as safe as possible. Four weeks? It's pretty damn good, man. Pretty damn good. Pushing close to 80 hours a week. Golly, Cap, that's insane, bro. Be safe out there, man. I'm still working 6 days a week. Are you working at the house though, Matt, or you have to go to the office though? So I have some friends. I mean, most of my friends live in New York, right, guys? Because I'm from New York, and I moved out here to Cali 2 years ago. It is rough in New York, man. It is rough. I mean, there's like they've been without toilet paper and all that stuff for like 3 weeks, you know, for like 2 weeks maybe. You know, you really can't get anything at the stores. And you know, I have some friends who lived in what is it called, Elmhurst, right? You guys have been seeing Elmhurst Hospital on the news and stuff. They're right there, man. They are right there. And the thing that's rough that I always forgot about, because it's been a couple of years since it's been college. I mean, when I say a couple of years, we got out of college 2014, spring 2014. They live with roommates, man. A lot of people in the city live with roommates, and I just can't even imagine living with roommates in this time. They have a roommate who's been like, you know, coughing and doing all this for a couple weeks now, like getting really sick, and now, you know, her husband's feeling sick. Insane, bro. I think it's starting to look a little better though. Most of the European countries at least are decelerating in terms of new cases and stuff, so we'll get through it. What a time, what a time. How many more do we need? One more dust runner tracking. What part of New York? Well, I mean, they're all over New York. I got friends in every borough, pretty much, except for Staten Island. I don't know anybody from Staten Island. But, yeah, here at the Costco, too, in California, they just stopped getting... They stopped getting the paper goods. No more Clorox wipes, paper towels, toilet paper. They haven't gotten any for like a week. I don't know if it's the same with your guys' Costco's. Maybe Arcane Mate is here. He works in Costco. But it's just, yeah. I work in construction. Oh. Gotcha. Is construction considered essential workers? I guess so. It depends what they're building, huh? My last store one was 15 days ago. Yeah, I think I live in Brooklyn. It's really hard, man. Oh, dude, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Cuomo's a legend, though, right? Both of them. Both of those Cuomos. You guys been following along with this stuff? That guy. Leadership with a capital L, I gotta say. Been watching his pressers every morning. Cuomo, man. Big legend. Big legend. Him and Fauci. I think those are like the two heroes right now. Everybody's gonna remember them for their leadership during this time. Cuomo's like someone's telling me Cuomo's like a Dominican grandfather or something like that. He's just got this very like kind of paternal tone when he talks and stuff. I already recovered from Corona. Wow, that's insane, bro. I'm glad. So you got those antibodies, huh? New normal? Yeah. Went out today for the bi-weekly grocery shopping. If you were without a mask, people looked at those people funny. Yup, it's the new normal, man. You guys remember a couple weeks ago when we were streaming here doing hardcore? What was the chat saying, man? And I'm gonna pat myself on the back here. Everybody in the chat was like, "No, don't wear a mask, dude. Masks do nothing. Masks do nothing." Remember that? They're like, "Masks do nothing, bro. It doesn't help you. Doesn't help you." Now they're recommending everybody has masks on. I knew it, man. I knew it. The mask definitely helps. Protects yourself and protects others. I got a couple of 95 still. My mom came through clutch with that. She dropped some off. Finally got my Smule set up. No way. Yo, DM me, Pink Flamingo. I'm down. Do some karaoke. Yeah, dude, Smule is fun, right? If you just discovered it now, I'm sure you've been doing it. It's a fun thing to do if anybody likes to sing. There's an app called Smule. I stream there sometimes. You can just sing with people. Do karaoke. Remiziel, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, brother. 2 months. Thank you very much, man. Some very kind donations this morning. Appreciate it, guys. Alright, we're done here. Let's go do amulets. Keep the faith. Good luck on the lock. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the continued support. Masks don't make a difference. That's not what the CDC's putting out, man. It's not what everybody's saying. A lot of places are required. Are strongly recommended. You only leave the house with it. If you're going to go out in public places, you got to wear a mask. Paper products and Lysol, right? The funny thing is, I think when you think about what takeaways we're gonna have from all this, what are we gonna learn from this, man? Like, I think our generation or whatever is gonna be kind of traumatized a little bit, and we're gonna always have stockpiles of TP. I'm telling you, right? Like, it's gonna be the type of thing we talk to our grandchildren, and our children in the future are gonna be like, son, there was a time when you couldn't get toilet paper back in my day. Sold out for weeks on end. And they're going to be like, Dad, why do you always have so much toilet paper in the house? Why do you always have so much paper towels? Why do you always have a pallet of Lysol wipes? It'll be like the Depression era babies, right? It's funny, man. My mom is a hospice nurse and she's having to wipe down her mask and reuse it. Yeah, I've been hearing about that. It's rough, man. That PPE. The thing that blows my mind, guys, is how big brain Bill Gates is, dude. Did you guys see that thing that he did like years ago? I'm telling, like, it was years ago. That's how big brain this guy is. It was years ago, where he's talking about, the imp. No. Not the imp. Oh, imp dead. Bill Gates talking about... It was during a TED Talk. You guys like TED Talks? I love TED Talks. Haven't watched them in a minute, but I used to watch all kinds of TED Talks back in college and stuff. And he did this TED Talk probably 3 years ago now at this point. And he was going on saying, if anything kills millions of people, it's not going to be, nukes or whatever, all this. He was saying it's going to be a highly contagious viral pandemic. He just nailed it, dude. Just like right on the head, bro. Just unbelievable. I've got a buddy who lives in Holland. He works for the fire department out there, and they can't get masks. Yeah, the crazy thing is all the countries and states are all competing against each other to get this stuff, right? Too. So they're all bidding and... I just really like Cuomo's take on it, though, man. He takes like complicated logistical plans and makes them seem so simple. He's talking about. Anyway, I don't want to get too heavy into the virus talk. We'll try and weave in some virus talk here and there. Some people get off-put by that, but it makes a lot of sense what he was saying. Different places have different curves, and they peak at different times, so. Get all the ventilators, get all the PPE, make one stockpile, and distribute them as the need arises. That's the only way to do it. And it makes a lot of sense. So, I'd be sick if Cuomo ran for office, man. You know what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is TVC. Hey, Nezra, good to see you, dude. Good to see you guys. Good to see everybody. Who else we got in here? Maximo, Jack. Golly, we got the whole squad in here. Matt Shepard. We really are the new boomers. Yeah, it's true. We are. We're getting up there, guys. What a year. What a year. We're already what, 33% of the way into the year. I mean, it's April now already, right? This is my 29th year of existence, boys. I was hoping it was going to be an epic one. It's epic so far, but for the wrong reasons. I don't know though, man. When you try to see the silver lining, to focus on the glass half full type of thing, I don't know if you guys agree, but we're gonna survive through this. Like, you look at the numbers and the curves and everything like that. It's not 5xing, 10xing, reaching that, you know, the insane possibility that it could have been. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna be more prepared, and there's gonna be so many technological advances, man. I'm telling you, dude. So many technological advances. I was talking about this yesterday. Did you guys know in China, they don't even use cards to pay for stuff in China? They use their phone for everything. 95% of transactions through the phone. That's big brain, man. We should be doing that. Already at the Mickey D's near me, if you go get food or just get a coffee or something, like, they don't even touch your card anymore. They will bring the card reader to you, and you just put the card into the slot. That may seem like a small little thing, a small little change, but you're going to see a ton of those type of changes. People are just going to be washing their hands more after this. You know, one thing I saw was pretty funny. There's this, I think it was Norway. There might be one or two Norwegian people in the chat, you can tell. It's one of the only countries that doesn't have a lockdown or a social distancing order. And the reason why is they said in their culture they naturally socially distance. They're like, we as Norwegians already socially distance. We don't need to change anything. It's just a normal day. We're already socially distancing. I missed most of the GMA yesterday, but I'm excited to watch it when it's posted. Hell yeah, it's already posted, man, on the YouTube. It was a fun one, the TBC one. I had a good time. Love the GMAs, man. Love the GMAs. Norwegian big brain antisocial. It was Norway. Oh, is it Sweden? I forgot which one it was, but I thought that was pretty funny. Every country in the world uses their phone to pay for stuff. Yeah, you know another thing? You guys know the term fiat currency? Yeah, they're talking about paper money and coins. I haven't touched fiat currency this whole time because it's the number one, you know, what is the word, like, catalyst, or not a catalyst, it's I mean, it's the anti-dream, I'll tell you that, the fiat money. If you're exchanging paper money back and forth as a carrier of germs and stuff, we might see no more paper money after this, or at least that timeline towards moving towards digital currencies, like decentralized currencies, you know, some sort of digital US dollar or something like that. All that might be accelerated. You know, the timeline might be accelerated by like 5-10 years on that as a result of all this, because it's kind of gross. The GMA was great. My husband and I loved it. I'm so glad, Corey. Love GMA yesterday. Pack you a bowl. What's up, brother? That would be nice. I hate cash. Yeah, same. I mean, you should always have a little bit, right? I got some just in reserve, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of things get ramped up. I know a lot of you are going to be hyped that after this is all over, guys, I think a lot more of us are going to be able to work from home remotely. I mean, I already do kind of with what I'm doing right now, but at least my wife works in finance, right? She works for a bank. She does commercial real estate, and they are just getting so comfy doing their conference calls now, and they've like developed systems and ways to make it so they can do everything remotely now. So one thing is about banks and finance. It's one of the my dad was a career banker. He worked for Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter, back when it was called that. Then it turned into Morgan Stanley, and he had a sole career in finance. He told me, he was like, son, a bank is just people and phones. That's all it is. It's just people and phones. So they do value the face-to-face contact, and they are always like a little bit slow moving when it comes to technology. And they do value people coming into the office so that they can see each other face-to-face, because they're already just peoples and phones. So you're going to take away the face-to-face people aspect of it, then, you know, what are you? So for, you know, every place my dad's worked or my wife has worked, they always have to go into the office and do these insane commutes. Hour commute, hour and a half commute, 2 hour commute. I even heard of some people in New York, they would commute all the way from Rhinebeck all the way into the city, which is like 3 hours on the Amtrak or something like that, and they would go in a couple times a week. After all this is said and done, man, I think that it's going to be way more chill and accepted to work remotely, which I think is good news, man. Some good news. How old are you? I'm 29, brother. 29. How many shards do we have? We have a lot of shards. Probably don't need this many shards. It's a habit. Ooh, Crom's medallion. Oh, that's huge. Early. That's an early medallion right there. Get this quest out of the way. Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. Let's go turn it in. Yeah. I mean, I shave every day. I got the baby face. Always have. I used to hate the baby face, though. It used to be something that was, you know, definitely like a pain point for me. You know, like, you know, even during the dating phase of things, girls usually like older looking dudes. It's a general thing. I mean, everyone's different, right? But now I feel like the tides are turning a little bit. I don't know if anybody out there is in the same, my baby face brothers and sisters out there. But now we're getting up there, man. We're like 29. You know, I'm starting to appreciate it a little bit. I think it'll be great for reducing emissions. That's a great point too. Yeah, you guys haven't seen though, the impact across the world, right? Apparently, in India, so I don't know if it's the Ganges, but it might just be the oceans near India. Apparently, they haven't seen dolphins there in like 100 years or some insane amount. I guess because of the pollution, right? Well, for the first time in a long time, they're seeing dolphins. I think the skies over Wuhan and all these is baby blue again. It's kind of insane. Like, the Mother Nature's getting a breather with all this, that's for sure. Which is definitely some silver lining there. It goes to show what would happen, too. It gives us a little taste of what would happen if we did actually cut back severely on all the emissions and stuff like that. You know, I'm not like a huge environmental advocate or anything like that, but it's kind of surprising how fast nature could recover, it seems like. Venice, Italy? Oh, yeah. Was it the canals are blue again, huh? 29 also? Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I look at the analytics. That's why I find it really cool, because I go through them and it's... Bam! I just see myself in the audience. Because we really are like a generation that grew up with Vanilla WoW, with Classic WoW, with TBC. And it's kind of surprising when you look at the analytics. I mean, the overwhelming majority were right in the same tax bracket in terms of, you know, age and position in life and all this type of stuff. It's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, I think the analytics say 25 to 34. It's something like 80% of all, you know, viewership and everything like that. And I just go, well, there it is, right in the middle of that. Duratar for this 1000th time. Let's see some 20 plus content. Do you know what we're doing here, Baz? Do you know what this challenge is about, or are you new to the channel? I would love to see some 20 plus content, but that would require me not scuffing it and not dying, because we delete our character. So we've lost some of our characters and we've had to restart. Okay, we turned in a medallion. We're gonna go do... Yeah, we could do Fizzle. We have Hearth at Razor, right? Yeah, let's do Fizzle. Let's do Fizzle. You think it's unrealistic to expect these places who are healing, so to speak, because of the less pollution to take measures to not go back to the old ways? You never know. You never know, man. It's possible. I think anything is possible. Anything is possible with all this going on, and you never know. There could be so many changes across the board towards the way we live day to day and stuff, because we get a little taste of the sort of, we get like apocalypse light, you know what I'm saying? So like the world's not ending, right? Everybody knows we're gonna get through this, but we get a taste of what could happen, and I think people are gonna make a lot of adjustments. A lot of technology is going to get advanced, we're definitely going to be way more prepared on the healthcare system, right? I mean, Bill Gates was saying, called it out a couple years ago. He's saying we're massively underfunded to take on some sort of highly contagious viral pandemic. And it's true. It'll probably change all of us forever. Is there leaderboards for something for a hardcore? There are, but they're very manual right now. So there is a leaderboard up on ClassicWall.live, but it only shows the leaderboard for Hardcore Community Cup number 1 right now. We're supposed to do it for number 2, but our leaderboard guy wasn't around. Is it impossible to solo the elite trolls in Hinterlands? If you're a rogue, you're saying to get the mallet or something. If you're a rogue, you can solo it, though. You just stealth up there, get it, and vanish. To kill him? You might be able to kill him on like a hunter or a warlock. I got a question about the Iron Man challenge. If you're doing an all elite quest like the ones in Hinterlands, can you group? Oh, I see where the question went. No, there's no groupings out in the open world. Once you hit 60 and then you become immune to the whole restrictions, you can go do whatever you want. Since the overwhelming majority of professions require multiple profession assistants, would you consider allowing sending mail? Nah, it opens up the doors. It opens Pandora's box. Once you start opening up any trade or anything like that, it just muddies the water a little bit. You want to keep it clean. Very simple, solo self-found. It's a solo challenge at the end of the day. If you want to do professions, you can do them all at 60 if you want. This is a leveling solo challenge, so the meta is what it is. But if there's a lot of interest in duo hardcore, and people have already been doing duo hardcore, so for all intents and purposes, that already exists. And in duo hardcore, it's the same rules, except if one of you die, you have to fall on the sword together. You have to, stay close to each other and do everything together. I would even say you have to start in the same starting zone. But at that point, you can get synergistic professions and make whatever you want. At that point, make rods. How is it already April? I know, right? It's insane. You would think that... What do you guys think, man? You would think that time would be slowing down. I think for those of you who've been working like 6-7 days, like Matt Shepard, if you're still in here, you said you're still working every day. Cap City doing 80-hour weeks. I think time has probably slowed down for those people who have been working. But for a lot of you, I feel like it's been sped up massively. The days are all blending into each other for me. I have to say, I watched your Druid leveling guide 3 times today while leveling new goals since Paladins are useless with the lack of spell hit. Lack of spell hit for Paladin? Lack of spell hit. What do you mean by that? Spell hit? You going for some Shakadin thing? Yo, what's up, Jade? Enjoyed the tournament, but need to ask you something. Please, can you start uploading all your videos, as I don't sometimes make the streams that I miss out? The Hardcore Cup videos is on there, yeah. Ooh, let's pull Fizzle. Let's see if I can pull him solo. Oh, nope, he didn't pull him solo. That's bad. That is bad. Alright, this is kind of bad right now. Okay, we're fine. Well, good to know that you can't pull Fizzle solo there. You could not pull Fizzle solo there, not even close. Take our time here. I don't know, I feel like humans are slow to change. Humans are slow to change, but when you have a big global pandemic like this, it lights a fire under everybody's ass, right? So everybody starts to, it starts to accelerate everything. Definitely a lot less traffic, yeah. There is. Not as much as you'd like to see, though. So here in California, I'd say the traffic feels like it's cut about 50%. But it should be lower than that, right? I mean, if everybody's supposed to be inside, I mean, that's just a total gut thing. I'm just shooting from the hip there, but it feels like about 50% less. It's not like the roads are totally desolate. Have you noticed the server queues go up since coronavirus? Personally, no. I haven't seen anything. Again, I'm on Scare, I'm on Bloodsail, so it's probably not going to affect me. But people were saying that since everybody's home, there's going to be way more people playing games. I haven't seen the viewership up on streams really, though. It seems like the viewership's been kind of down. I haven't felt it too much myself, but that could just be very much like a World of Warcraft Classic type of problem. Maybe other games are way up. Maybe Raid Shadow Legends is way up, dude. Birth rate should rise a lot. People keep saying that, yeah. Pretty sure the idea between Paladin tanking was for judgment. The idea is different from the implementation, though, Aquila. So, like, in a raid, if you're going to tank, like, a boss in a raid, you're just going to spam one of your greater blessings. 99% of the time, that greater blessing is going to be Kings. Ooh, there's a chest back there. Alright, let us... Can I fear this imp? Please be able to fear this imp. Oh god, this is so spooky. Should kill him. Oh fuck, this guy just spawned. Potion. There's a fucking... Oh shit, dude. Sticky glue. Shadow Bolt, I'm fine. I'm fine. I have Skull too. I have Skull as well. Yikes, dude. Major clench, bro. Major clench. We're gonna be okay, though. If it's just this dude, we're gonna be okay. Let's eat. There's a spicy ass quest right there. Just a heads up, my death clip got copyright striked. You may want to edit the hardcore challenge video so it doesn't get demonetized. Oh yeah, it's okay. Well, it's not striked, right? It just got demonetized. It's okay, yeah. Everything gets demonetized on YouTube, man. I'm not sweating it. That's not a huge portion of, Now we gotta go loot this thing. He's already up again? Golly. But yeah, it's all good. I appreciate you looking out. Sup, dude? Haven't been here in a while. I see you're still on the hardcore kick. You ever get one of these characters to 60 yet? No, not yet, brother. I've been working on it, trying my best. Just hasn't been in the cards yet. I've been raiding on my main though, and it's been a lot of fun. So that's the thing I've been kind of, you fall in and out of favor of doing different aspects of the game. I had a ton of fun raiding this past week. Please explain why you spam blessing. When you buff people, it generates threat. It generates AoE threat. So that ends up being way more threat than anything you could put out yourself. So you pretty much, when you're tanking in a raid as a paladin, you itemize totally defensively, which is the opposite of all the other tanks. All the other tanks are trying to itemize as aggressively as possible for maximum threat. But because you get the vast majority of your threat from blessing spam, you just go defensively. You itemize defensively, and that's why you can wear tier 2 and stuff. You just get a nice bundle of stats. Yeah, because when you use Greater Blessing at Kings, or any Greater Blessing, even Salvation, they will generate a lot of threat based on the amount of people that you buff in that class. So that is pretty much why. Let's grab this and run. Oh shit, we pulled him. Oh god. Oh god. Leave me alone, Fizzle. Just leave me alone. I think we're good now. Yo, why is he shooting me through the freaking wall, boys? Bro, why is he still chasing me, man? Yo, what is this, dude? What is this, man? Why is Fizzle shooting me from fucking up in the goddamn mountains, bro? Yo, you're literally trolling me, right? Dude. Yo, what the fuck was that, man? Oh my god. That could have been it right there. What even happened, dude? He was up top somehow? I saw shadow bolts coming down from the heavens, raining down upon me, man. What's your favorite TBC zone to level through? Favorite TBC zone to level through would have to be Zangarmarsh, personally. I went through the zones again recently. Zangarmarsh is just so nice, man. The quests are fun. There's a lot to love in Zangarmarsh. You know, like a lot of little things. You can get the buffs from the Ancients. You can go kill the Spore Bat for the buff. A lot of little cool things you can do there. The scenery is really chill. Really nice. Let's turn on the XP bar. It's good. It's fun world PvP. I like everything about it. I like the aesthetic of Zangarmarsh so much. It's so much fun.
Blood and thunder. Blood and thunder. What do you need?
Yo, what's up, Dustbone? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, that was a little risky to take on Fizzle, but at these early levels, you might as well just take some risks because you didn't really put a lot of time in. Alright. Let's go do Margaz. Margaz, go to Org. We can't craft a wand yet. Not yet. I kind of want to, though. How much cloth do we need? Let's think. Nah, fuck it. We'll be fine. We could try and get the wand now, which would make it safer. But we should be fine. I'm so glad you made it, man. I appreciate it, Nicholas. Yeah. That was a little bit weird, though, right? That wasn't just me. That guy, somehow, it felt like he was up top. He somehow went to the top of the mountain shooting shadow bolts at me. I want to see a speed run where you try to get a dishonorable kill as fast as possible. How would that even work? You just go kill a civilian as fast as you can. Does PvP death count? Yes, it does count. If you were to somehow die, whether you wanted to attack someone out in the open world, or if you were to flag yourself by attacking a guard, yeah, you'd be out of luck. Can you soulstone? No soulstone. Not even gonna train it. Summon Void? Yeah, I don't have the Void yet. We're gonna have to do all that right now, so we're gonna go to Margaz, get his quest. Then we have to go inside Org, do all this stuff inside of Org, come out, finish Skull Rock, head to the Barrens. Dustbone, you didn't die, right? Dustbone, you're 40 something, right? I wonder what level Dockin is. But yeah, when do you guys think ZG's coming out? We're already, no, I guess it's only the 3rd of April. It's supposed to be this month. They didn't put out a date, I don't think, but that's one thing I'm excited to do on the channel. If you guys watch the BWL Race the World first, I want to do a ZG Race the World first, and we'll cover that. The interesting thing is that this has never been done in Real Classic. The go straight Hakar and kill Hakar with all the priests up, and I think that's what we're gonna see come this ZG race. So I think it'd be pretty fun to watch. Should be over pretty quick. So we'll cover that. They have to give us a few weeks notice though. I'm expecting a blue post to come out in the next couple of days where they say April 16th, April 18th. What if you get PvP? Do you reroll? Hell yeah, delete the character, man. It's over. If you played in your tournaments instead of casting, what class would you play and how would you think you would do? I think I would do pretty good. I think I would win Lock. I don't think I would win Hunter. There's better Hunters. You know, you see the huge brain, Zarant, and Ompi, even Tactics. But on Lock, Lock hasn't finished super high up in any of these competitions in Hardcore Community Cup 1 or 2. They've actually been like pretty much at the very bottom. And Locks do have it pretty slow, like 1 to 10. But I think I would have a really good shot at being class lead for Lock if I could play. They ended up being like 16 or 17 as a Warlock, maybe 18. No, I think it was 17 because Aladar got robbed at the last second by that one dude. I've been really enjoying the Lock though. Again, it's about time. You know, like the rating was pretty fun. We have a good group. Was really trying to get some nice nice parses this week and get it up because I also want to do a BWL roundtable for Warlocks. So we're gonna get some of the best Warlocks in there. So far, I've talked with the Live. If you guys know Live, if there's any Warlocks in here, he's made some Wowhead guides. He's a Warlock in progress, which is a big brand EU guild. I think did they win? No, they didn't win, right? Did they win? I should know this considering we covered it. But they were definitely in the running. So he's down. His friend from Progress is also down. So that's 2 locks. Myself. Then we'll probably get a couple more in there too. Namtar said he's down. But yeah, I got some pink parses this week. I was pretty happy with it. Would you rush for Wand? I think I would rush for a Wand. Yeah, just the lesser. I wouldn't need a greater. I think I would just craft lesser and that would be it. Because it's very, very easy to craft the lesser. It really is. All you have to do is just get the cloth that you naturally have and just turn it into the freaking wand. Yeah, you can craft a lesser. And the thing is, what other more high impact thing can the other professions do for you? So like Aladar, he bought the vendor wand. The white one that you can use at 15. That'd be an okay strat too, considering how fast you fly through the levels. I don't know, the lesser is so easy though. I think if you get it down to like really fast, we'll see how fast we can craft it once we have a little bit more cloth. We're close. I think you could probably get away with like 45 cloth or something and get where we're not quite there yet. If you can craft it, you could probably craft it in 10 minutes or less. All in. And then you have your lesser at 10, or in our case it'll be, you know, this runs a little bit weird. But ideally, you're able to craft a wand right now. Entering Org for the first time, you're able to craft a wand right now. I'm a little bit behind, though. But this is what you would ideally do. You run in right now, and you get it, and you complete Skull Rock easily with it. Hey, Executus, good to see you, brother. I'm doing good, man. How are you, bro? You been streaming still, Executus? I always try to tune into your YouTube streams, man. I really enjoy them. Haven't seen you on in a bit, man.
Greetings.
Nah, we're not doing cooking. It's fine.
Goodbye.
Alright, so we're in Org. We're going to set this as our hearth, just in case. We got some business to do here. Oh shit. Fucking keep right here.
What are you looking for?
Oh, you know, fun fact, yo. Let me actually. This is gonna blow some people's minds. This is gonna blow some people's minds right now. I know a lot of you didn't know about it. Type something in the chat if you're alive right now. I'm telling you, this is gonna blow some minds right now. Black Label HC, thank you very much for the 2 months, brother. Thank you very much, Black Label. Ready for the mind blow? All right, sweet. Got the grace for days emote. Be honest if you didn't know this. Be honest. Where you set your hearth, I'm talking about physically, where you're standing. Where you set your hearth is where you hearth back to every time. So, do you guys set it so that your hearth is max distance away from the innkeeper? So if I set my inn right here, set my hearth right here, I will spawn here when I hearth. When I hearth, I will spawn back in this exact location. Let me see if I can even do it over here. This be huge brain. Save like 1 millisecond each time. So you can shave off like 1 millisecond each time if you set your hearth right here. I'm gonna set it right here. Oh man, I know that blows some minds every time. I can't believe this guy plays with nameplates. What, you don't like nameplates, dude? Cringe, bro. What's wrong with you? That is Jerome's tip. Yeah? Wait, so Jerome does that too? Yeah, I mean, Navik taught me that a while ago. Oh, it was on a Mad Season video. Oh, damn. Okay, everybody knew that already? Some people didn't know that. It also depends where you face. True. Prove it or not, the heart's on cooldown right now. Or else I'll do it when we have to go back. All right, let's pick up tailoring, enchanting.
Loktar. Strength.
$300 IQ. Just a little tip. It was a really old video of his. I don't know how many views. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I saw even Matt Season made a video on TBC the other day. People are starting to realize it's coming now, man. People are starting to make the connection. Melderon's already working on shaman guides for it. Alright, we're going to Thrall. Yeah, you're going to Thrall. I'm working on warrior guides with TBC. That's what's up, executives, dude. If you ever want to collab on anything TBC related or anything like that, man, super down. I've been a big fan of yours for years now at this point. Also, Hamster Wheel came into the chat yesterday, which out of all the content creators out there in the World of Warcraft space, I would bet that he has the biggest breadth of TBC videos, TBC guides, TBC everything. That dude played so much TBC, like on private servers and stuff, that I want to collab with him too. 100%, dude. I'm super down, super down. Need more warrior content on my channel, man. Maybe do like a warrior roundtable or something. Some big brain warriors. It'd be fun. The thing is, PvP and TBC, it's better than Classic, right? I don't know. It's tough. I'm really conflicted, man. Because no, hold on. Let me retract that for a second here. Let me retract that. It's different. It's different. I guess the reason why I'm saying that is because the Classic PvP hasn't unfolded in the way that a lot of people wish it unfolded, I would say, right? people probably wish that it unfolded in a more hype way, and that there was more stuff to do, and there was more like community events and stuff like that. I still think the potential is there in vanilla. I really love how there's, you know, all these consumables and gadgets and gizmos and stuff, and you never see that in any other version of WoW ever again. So it is really cool. TBC is better than Classic in every way except for leveling. Damn. I'd be down to join up on the Warrior Roundtable. There he is. What's up, Atticus? What's up, man? Rank 14 in the flesh, right? You got rank 14, right, man? That's sick, dude. What happened to your dual tournament series? It's a good question. Fresh Fox, it's a lot of times people see these events and they think, oh, it seems like that would be super easy to run or set up. There's something about dual tournaments, man. I'm taking a moment of silence just to reflect on it. It was like pulling teeth. It was worse than pulling teeth. Everyone wants to get all this PvP gear, but when it comes to actually doing a dual tournament and signing up and showing up, it was pulling teeth, man. Like, to fill even a 16-seat bracket was... You have to ask, like, 100 people or something like that, you know? So it just ended up being very, like, tiresome. And then people, you know... The way the duels unfolded is it ended up being like a Warlock winning pretty much every time. There were some close ones, sort of, but it was pretty much a Warlock winning every time. So you'd have to adjust the rule set a little bit, but at the same time, that always feels bad too, because then when you're making these artificial modifications to the game balance, it feels really bad. You know, I know people have rule sets where you can't use this, you can't use that. I know it sort of has to exist, but it feels horrible. It really does. We're on a PvE server, Gonzo. But if I do make a mistake, flag myself for PvP, engage a guard or something and get killed, yeah, it does count. I'll delete my guy. Shadow Reflector is too long of a CD. It's not that bad though, right? In a best of 5, you can use it a couple times. What's the cooldown on the reflectors? 5 minutes? Dual turnings are not easy. Yeah, Executive Snow. It's just setting them up, man. You'd think it'd be easy. It's just one person showing up, but it was rough getting people to sign up for these brackets, man. I think because they don't want to be put on the spot with a stream. That's what my guess would be, because it almost feels like there's all these eyes on you. So if you make a mistake, everybody's gonna make fun of you, or I don't know what it is, but it was just rough filling them. So I just kind of gave up. Oh, what up, Max? It was very stressful playing in the tourney because you feel like people are going to talk smack. There it is. Yep. Good to see you, Ripper, man. How you doing, brother? You hanging in there? Would you recommend tribal or dragon scale leatherworking specialty? No idea, man. I mean, I just know the Devil Sword is tribal, right? At the start of the server, Devil Sword is awesome. But I don't know. Devil Sword prices are probably pretty negligible now at this point. I don't know how much is Devil Sword selling for. Neither of them are probably good for making gold. Ryan, thank you for the host, bro. Actually, what would be really fun, and I'd get down to get involved, would be a 2v2 or 3v3 tournament in the arena for Classic. That is what we need for max level PvP to be best. You know what we might have to end up doing for that, though, Ripper? You know what we might... Yo, let me see what you guys think about this, actually. Something like that, I think, is in line with what Blizzard would be supportive of, right? They would want to see the community come together and do 2v2, 3v3 events. What if we just said fuck it, and we basically made a little private server thing where people can log in and do it with classic values, and people can just log in and do 2s and 3s? I know that's technically against TOS, but would it be bad for the game? I mean, wouldn't that make Classic... Let's think this through. I guess I'm openly talking about stuff that's against TOS is spicy, but if there was something where... Because here's my issue with it. The reason why you couldn't do it on live servers is that people would just ruin it, man. I watched, actually, a couple people try to do... And Executus is in here, too. I mean, almost like a little henhouse type thing, but... I watched people try to do a 2v2 tournament... And everybody just kept dying. People kept trolling it, and they were just spend half the time running back from the graveyard in Booty Bay. And that's a long run, and literally half of the tournament is you watching a guy in ghost form running back to the arena. If it was possible, sure, but it'd be nice to do it on the official. I mean, I would love to do it on official servers. Trust me, man. There's just not really a way to do it. Henhouse has 2v2 and 3v3 arena. Right now. Is Henhouse still a thing? Ghost form simulate. It really is, though. It's distracting. It's to the point, like, if you were watching that and everybody's just constantly dead running back, you can't really get any sort of organization going. It's already hard enough to do that. If there wasn't anyone trolling the tournament, it would just take a massive coordinated effort to try to pull it off on official servers, and I don't think anybody has the time, energy, or desire to pull that off. It is against TOS. Yeah, I mean, private servers are against TOS, absolutely. But it's one of those things where it's like, Blizzard, do you really want to shut this down? We're trying to just promote classic PvP here. We're trying to make PvP, you know, fun to play, fun to watch, fun to cast. Like, and it wouldn't be the type of thing that it would be like a private server that people would just log on and play in all the time. Like, you would specifically use it for a tournament, just for a tournament, and then everybody leaves. It's like a tournament realm. So it's not really like a private server people level up on and play on, you know? Do you have a link to your add-ons? Which one are you thinking about? Which one are you talking about? Could you use the PTR? Maybe. Oh, Nicola. Is that Nicola from Scarum? Is that the Hunter? Is that female Night Elf Hunter, Nicola? Holy shit, what's up, dude? Are you still on Scarum? Yo, Cargos, I totally respect your commitment to Vanilla. I'll keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. A video covering 2v2 arenas on Henhouse. I mean, what do you think about? What's the TLDR, Executive? I'll definitely watch it later. Let me actually copy paste that somewhere. Do you think it's gonna fall into the same vein as dual tournaments? Fun in concept, but it ends up being one or two comps dominating, too hard to pull off. That just the ultimate aggregation of all factors, not woof it or woof it. Like actually fun, engaging content to both play, cast, watch, participate, or a little bit less cool than you would thought it would be in practice. I would instantly unsub if you stream that. Sorry, I know you feel a certain way about private servers, Arcane Mage. I don't personally understand though. Just got here. How's the Warlock doing? Level 11, hanging in there. About to do Skull Rock. This is actually a pretty spicy cave, and we don't have the Machinima Skull, so that is pretty rough. Pretty rough. We should be fine though. Got our sticky glue. Let's use some stam food here. Might as well. The bars is Domino's. There has to be competitive rules like no double classes. Why no double classes though? 3v3 arena could be very balanced and enjoyable to watch and cast. Yeah, that's the thing. You would need kind of GM powers though, right? In order to make it kind of efficient, decent production value content. Like people would have to die and you'd have to like instantly respawn them, which you could do. Triple Palm Pyro Mage. Or like double Elisham. Would that be that broken though, Executives? I mean, but what about in TBC? All that stuff is still there. It's not broken. Double DPS is not broken in TBC. Is it just the nature of Classic? It's just too much burst, no resilience that people just fall over? Maybe. Jesus Christ, man. These freaking... I don't feel comfortable fearing within these tight quarters either, so you just have to LOS. I think you kill the Voidwalker first and LOS the, oh shit. Oh my god, dude. Big yikes, man. Yeah, the Void slap. I think you kill the Voids first. You have to LOS the caster and kill the Void. That ends up being the strat. Because they don't despawn too when you kill the guy. People got 10k HP in TBC, not 4k in vanilla. It's true, but doesn't everything scale up damage-wise and stuff? Anything serious for this character? We're trying to get him to 60, Laquani. It's the hardcore challenge. We're trying not to die and get him up as high as possible. We've never done a Warlock before in this, so we're going to see how far we can get. Murph, what you're talking about is Nug running, NUG running. It's a dot timer. Alright, man, we have to get Tablet of Verga too. Golly, I hope that rare spawn isn't in here, man. Fingers crossed. On Blood Sale, these rare spawns are usually in here. Having a wand right now would just be so clutch. Yo, what up, Travis? How you doing? You'll find a wand. We're gonna craft one soon, right after Skull Rock and all this is done, before we head to the Barrens. What's up, Reynoldo? How you doing? Good to see you. What is the highest you've gotten? 35 for me personally. All right, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna LOS the back dude and kill the Void first. We'll LOS him around this little pillar. Oh, my Imp's got the threat, okay. Guess I'm just gonna have to get used to my Impstein. Oh, he's alive at 1 HP? No way, bro. My man Tarnip hanging in there. Six collars already, but we need to work our way all the way to the back of the cave and get the freaking tablet. And we don't have the skull for Gazas as well. Alternatively, if we got into a jam, if we pull two of these casters though, it's 100% over, right? 100%, man. One 100% over if we pull those if we pull two casters. Imp Threat has saved me more times than I'd like to admit. He's very squishy compared to the private servers. That's one thing that's interesting. If you go back and level a Warlock, like on a TBC private server or something like that, you will see. I mean, he has a disgusting amount of health. He has like 500 health at this point, and he's an absolute monster. Ooh, Lieutenant's Insignia. Do we bounce? No, we need the tablet. We need the tablet. And this is the rare I was telling you about. Okay, this is actually not bad. This is actually not bad. I'm about to just go back this way and clear out the other way. Look, look, look. So this guy's over here. This is the guy who was about to GG the whole quest. Felt we were scoring. I think we could even kill Gaz's possibly, but that dude is no hope. We can go back over left here. The fact he's over there is awesome. We got the early insignia too. Is this risk worth it? We have to do this though, man, because we need our Voidwalker. The Voidwalker, we need to get this little box up top. What's up, Sneersy? How you doing, brother? Jamin, there he is. What's up, dude? Does your wife play WoW? No, she doesn't play WoW. She tried one time, though. What have we learned? We killed this guy, right? Fuck. Misplayed. Every mob we gotta drink, man. Every mob. Drink and eat. You ever use Z-Pearl? Z-Pearl? No, I never used it. The one thing that's one of the things I don't like though. I don't know if this is the one. You guys know the things that show the moving character plates? I never use the moving character plates, if that's what it is. The reason why stacking classes at certain comps in TBC is different and not as viable is because CCs last a max of 10 seconds and diminishing returns are much more defined and streamlined, and resilience true. All right, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, it's right. I see where you're coming from now. Show your talents? Not much to show at this point, brother. Just a couple points in corruption. We're gonna go in corruption, then we're gonna go actually into suppression right after. Alright, we're getting closer, man. The little box we need is right there. We are getting closer. Warden staff just dropped for Dakin in Searing Gorge. No way. On his hardcore character, guys. That's crazy. He can't even use it though. Feels bad, man. Paladins can't use staves. Yeah, I hate to see it. You really do. Wow. He can't even sell it on the H. Dakin has the ultimate motivation to actually hit 60 on that guy. He has to shave his beard. Drinky said he was going to give him 10k. We'll see. And then he has a warden staff now too. That's a couple hundred gold, probably like 300 gold. Golly. Oh my god. I glitched everything out by landing it by falling in the water. What is gonna happen right now? Okay, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Alright, we're good, we're chilling. So close, man. And Gaz's is up there, though. Oh, snap, bro. Gaz's is up there, too. Bro, how are we gonna do this, man? How are we gonna do this? Gaz's is up there, too. Oh, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't know if we can do this, man. For real, though. For real. For real, guys. Level 14 Gaz's. This guy is so fucking strong. We don't have Skull. The thing is, what I've done in the past is I've used the pet just to... I mean, we have no choice. We have to kill him, right? This is pretty much suicide, though. Gazza slapped so hard. His Voidwalker slapped so hard. You know what we might have to do? Can we kill him in the water? I've never even done this before, honestly. I feel like one person in the hive mind might have, though. Dude, there's no way, man. There's no way. With no skull, we'd have to sticky glue... Because you can't tap this box in combat, can you? There's no way, man. There's no way. You can, but he's gonna freaking aggro into everything. Thing is, if we pull him down here, will he come down here? First of all, no. He would probably pad around, right? If we went into the water and fought him, and the void wasn't in the water, we could probably take him 1v1. Probably. Even then, I'm not even sure we can. I don't think we can even 1v1 either one of them, let alone both. This is the ultimate, like, spiciest thing ever. Kill the caster and leash the void. This is how you get Voidwalker, though, bro. This is how you actually get the Voidwalker. You have to come here and kill this guy. You have to get this chest right here. You know, the other thing that we could do is we could wait for everything to respawn. Oh, dude. I mean, just kill the name, then run away from the pet so it leashes back. I gotta get the hive mind involved in here. What's your vote, guys? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that if we pull this guy, he's gonna just come. He's just gonna like run down this thing in some scuffed way, and he's gonna come down here, or if he's gonna run around the cave and pull 9 million things. 1 if you think he's gonna kind of just, in some strange, bizarre way, just parkour his way down this little rock piece and come down here and fight me down here, or is he gonna run back and to the right? Two? God, you're not making this easy, man. We can't just not get the Voidwalker, though, right? We have to be able to get the Voidwalker right here, man. Dude, this really is suicide, though. I'm not even joking. I'm putting on 8 cloth belt. Whatever I have, man. Scroll of protection. Fuck it. God, dude, this is certain death. I'm not even joking. We're gonna try it, though. I'm tempted to just wait for the respawns first. Let's wait for respawns, and then we'll go try it. I'm gonna pull him down, and I don't think the Voidwalker can go in the water. And we're just gonna solo him in the water. Patchwork pants. Dude, I'll take anything right now. I don't think, the other Voidwalker, the other Warlock's Voidwalkers, they weren't able to go into the water. So I feel like there's a pretty good shot that his Voidwalker won't be able to go in the water as well. Yeah, I'm getting respawns. He might do the glitchy pat and pull the whole room. It's possible. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. This guy coming down here, like these guys spawning. We're gonna take care of these respawns, and we're gonna try and fight him down here in the water. Oh snap. Okay, we're good. Oh, look at all these guys spawning on top of us. That would have been bad if we fought them just now. This whole damn place is so spooky. Oh! Okay, as long as it's just one, it's fine. Oh my god, they're fucking everywhere, boys. This place is just no bueno. They are fucking everywhere. He is fucking my imp up. Dude, they are everywhere right now. I can go eat over here for a second. Some momentary relief. Literal cave of death, right? Golly. We're probably gonna die. What is our chance? What is our success chance of killing Gazas right now at 11? I don't think it's very high, to be honest. I think it's like 30%, man, to be honest. I really don't like it, but we've come too far. We're already here. We gotta get the Voidwalker quest done. This is risking it for the biscuit right here. Alternatively, we could grind here to 12. And that might just give us a little bit extra gas, you know, just a little bit. Oh shit, I keep bugging out the wood. Might have to potion here. I take up some mana. We still have potion. Oh, the cave of death, man. Oh, there's people here. Yo, is it cheat? We can't group with them. We can't group with them. But if they decide to help us, I'm not talking to these people. If they decide to randomly help us, oh, someone's killing gases. Oh man, someone's killing gases. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's make this jump. Just yeet this real quick. He's getting fucking owned though. I don't know, he's fine. He killed him. What a legend. Alright, we're out. That was giving me some anxiety right there. I'm glad we didn't have to fight him. Golly. Voidwalker acquired. Huge win, right? You can't group with them because it's hardcore. But I swear, I don't know these people. It just randomly happened. That was anticlimactic. I know. What are you gonna do, right? Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this death trap. Ragnaros smiling upon you, right? Alright, let's get out of here, boys. Creature of the Void acquired. Lieutenant's Insignia acquired. Wait. Yo, where's the collar quest? Oh, here it is. Okay, shoot. I thought I didn't have the collar quest. We're good. Alright, we're pretty much done with Barons. Then we're done with Duratar. We'll be out. Cargo's, I need your advice. I transferred my pally from Firemaw. On this new server, pop is too low. Can't find groups even with tanking build. You transferred to Firemaw? Bro, isn't that the server that has one person playing on it? Isn't that the case study server? Isn't that like the historical precedent server where like what happened, like how a server completely dies and goes down to like one person on the faction? Or am I thinking of a different server? That is unlucky, bro. What compelled you to transfer there? Oh, Flame Lash. Okay, never mind. Oh, okay. Flame Lash. Yeah, that was what I was thinking of though, right? Imagine someone transfers to that server. Flame Lash. I'm gonna have a fun and interactive gameplay experience, guys. I'm going to Flame Lash. I'm gonna get there and there's like one dude. Valos, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, bro. I was on Firemaw. It has 1,500 queues. Impossible to log in on the evenings. Oh, okay. Well, there's a cooldown, right? So you're kind of screwed for a little bit. Maybe level alts for a little bit. Just, I wouldn't want to wait through that long of a queue either. You can level alts, do something else for a little while. Unless you're determined, because you're only, what, 52? You're not, like, 60 yet. What pet is good for hardcore? You can, you have some options. I mean, you can use a carrion bird, a boar, or a cat. Those are usually the three. At some point, there's more Horde and IF than Alliance on Flame Mesh. Yeah. I think that was the server where they said there is... It was 99%... There was 99% Horde, right? Or almost 100% Horde. What do you think about the aesthetic of the old game? It's the best, man. It's the only iteration of WoW where it's like this, where it's simple. Where it's more realistic. It's not really space age.
Go forth, victory.
I love the old world, man. I love the old vanilla world. It's the best. I play there and it's $5.95. That's like Skyrim. Skyrim has 7% Alliance. Is it true the classic uses TBC's proc percentage? What do you mean, like on weapons, items? I have no idea. I don't think so though. I think they would just use the reference client. I haven't, that's the first time I've ever heard about that over the years. I'm thinking of changing to retry to just do normal quest leveling up to 60. I have watched all your advices on AoE farming, but without group content, it will be quite slow for me to get up to 60 on AoE tanking build. I mean, you can solo AoE tank though as a paladin, man. That's what I did. I didn't group up for it. You saw Dawson's Tears. You can just ride Dawson's Tears out for the rest of, all the way to 60 right now. Samkar. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can go Hinterlands maybe for another level. Do Sorrow Hill, then do Dawson's Tears, and that's it. Yeah, if the server's dead, I don't know if going to 60 is a move. True, but you could transfer it, though, eventually. If you already have a guy at 52, you might as well just finish it off. How much cloth did we get? 49? Okay. let's go back to Razor Hill. Oh, I know what happened, dude. Scuffed it. That's why I wasn't... Okay. I just figured out what happened. I didn't do the Goblin quest first, so that's why usually when I enter the city for the first time, when I'm playing a Warlock, like for real, usually when I enter the city for the first time, I craft a wand right then and there. The reason why I was too low on cloth doing that is because I forgot to do all these Harpy quests real quick. I usually do that first. So I finish all the Harpies out, and then when I hit the city, I have more than enough cloth to make the lesser right there. Then that makes Skull Rock like very, very chill with the wand, and an extra level on us. So that's what happened. I was wondering why everything felt weird. Might as well do these. This is a free quest. Yeah, I've been playing some CSGO, by the way, too, guys. Just because Counter-Strike is also one of those games that I played all throughout my life. On and on. Off and on. And that game is just so cool. I have to say, just coolness factor. That game is 11 out of 10. Unbelievable game. It's so badass. Like, counter-terrorists versus terrorists, bomb planting, hostage rescue. That game is so timeless and so good. And it's so social too, because you really like you communicate with your teammates so much. You know, so sometimes if you're missing that social vibe, like I was playing Hearthstone. I've been bouncing back between Hearthstone and CS:GO just on the side. When you play Hearthstone, it's really fun. I love card games. I love card games, just in the same way that I always love chess and the turn-based games where you're just thinking really hard about your different lines of play. But it's a solo game, right? When you play Hearthstone, you're not playing with anybody. It's just yourself, which is great. But what ends up happening is, like, after you play a bunch of Hearthstone, you miss that social aspect. You want to talk to some people. You want to, like, communicate. So then you bounce over to CS:GO, play some CS:GO matches. Then you go back to Hearthstone. It's pretty fun. And I haven't played those games in forever, dude. Ever since covering Classic and all this stuff has happened. It's been pretty nice. Yes, I'm in the National Guard, Denzel. You gonna get your Voidwalker? Yeah, we'll get it soon. We're just gonna get this quest done real quick, though. It's super easy. Just get the sacks and the Harpies. We're over leveled for it. It should be super chill. I should play some Hearthstone. Here's my problem with Hearthstone, though. Anybody here play Hearthstone? Or I don't know. It's a fun game, man. Just if you like Magic the Gathering. I like Magic the Gathering more than Hearthstone. I've hit Legend maybe 50 times, 30 times, something like that. Me and my friend Max, who's in the chat right now, we used to hit Legend just every season, just real quick, and then stop playing for a little bit. But I like Magic the Gathering, all things considered, more. But my thing with my issue with Hearthstone now is I feel like you need to spend more money now. I try to like keep up with it and just DE cards over and over again, and I'll DE everything gold. I'll DE all the useless, you know, gold cards, and try to just craft only the stuff in the meta right there. But even then, it's struggling. Like I had to put like $50 into it just to get the decent cards, man. Can you play Magic Online? Oh yeah, the Magic Arena is really fun as well. Thing is, speaking of that, I feel like Magic is even the Magic Online feels like it's even more expensive than Hearthstone. Anybody play both? Magic Online is so fun though. God, that game looks so polished. The animations, everything. I have one deck on Magic Online. It's the cheapest deck. What's the cheapest deck in Magic Online? I mean, you guys are gonna guess it, right? It's the mono red aggro, right? What is it, like a goblin deck or something? I love the animations in the Magic Online though. The Magic Arena, it looks better than the Hearthstone animations. Arena is cheap. Oh, Dustbone, there he is. What up, man? Yeah, I know you play Magic. You draft and everything. Oh man, that still blows my mind that you can draft anytime. You can draft Magic Online anytime and draft with people. That sounds so fun. That's why I like Arena so much in Hearthstone too, because oftentimes if you don't have the cards to keep up with a lot of people playing Constructed, you can do Arena and it evens it out. Card games are a scam? Maybe in practice, but the idea of card games are super fun, man. I love card games. Pokemon, going back to Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering. Didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh too much though. That was the one that a lot of people got into. I never really got into it too much. Played a little bit of it. I even played the WoW card game. Anybody ever play that? You play Magic very competitive. That's what's up, man. Yeah, Magic is great. Magic is a good example of like Wizards of the Coast. I still get those old school vibes from Wizards of the Coast. How do you guys feel about Wizards of the Coast? I feel like that's a great company. They never really sold out or anything. Doesn't seem like it, at least. The WoW TCG raids. The raids. What do you mean raids? I remember the card game. Bought all the. I remember playing with it. You had heroes kind of like Hearthstone. You kind of had these planeswalker type things. I thought the WoW card game was pretty fun, man. How do you communicate with your teammates in CS:GO? For me, I haven't encountered any Russians. It's all been. I think you can set language preferences in CS:GO. God, it's been so fun though. Just the sound, everything, the look of it. It just feels badass playing that game. The coolness factor of CS:GO is just on point. I've been playing both for a while. I try to keep up with my dailies on both, but it's brutal to ever create a control deck with how scarce rare wild cards are. Gotcha. WOTC can be a little cringe, but better than most companies. Be a little cringe in what way? I don't keep up with them too much, but one thing I thought that was really cool. Anybody ever go to a Friday Night Magic? Or any of the, like, so I used to go all the time with my friends, and it was literally a decade had gone by, and I had never done one because I just fell out of it. I hadn't played since Kamigawa Block, and I went back to my local card store somewhat recently. I mean, this is probably a year and a half ago. I went back in, and I still had my Wizards of the Coast number. Like, it didn't get deleted in the database or something. Like, even after 10 years, they still found me in the system. Crazy. I appreciated that big time. Not gonna lie, like alpha and beta booster packs, opening videos like 3M. Oh yeah. I watched some of those. Those big baller card opening guys. It never gets removed. Yup. It's pretty sweet. Feels like a reality ago. Have you tried Commander? I keep hearing about Commander. That's what most people are playing at the card game store around me. Most of their Magic events are Commander events. I don't fully understand it though, to be honest. Pretty much the only event that I would ever play in for Magic, because it's the only event that I feel like I have a shot at, because I don't understand the constructed it that well anymore, is drafting. I feel like I can do pretty good on a draft though. And if anybody is even intimidated by Magic, don't be, man. It's not that bad, and it's one of the most fun things you can do if you have people visiting you at your house, and you know it's just you and the boys, and you want to figure out something to do. It's a very cost-effective, super fun night. Just buy some booster packs. I have about 10K in cards. Damn, crazy. At some point, I know this happened to a lot of you. All your cards and stuff, they just somehow got lost. For me, I did have a binder like filled with lots of old cards and stuff, even like those really, really old school cards with the palm tree on it. You know, I think that was Mirage. I don't know what happened to it. I feel like my mom threw it away or something. Same thing with my actually, what's more of a heartbreaker to me is my Warhammer collection. Anybody ever play Warhammer here? I had this black chest that had like little clip spuckles that would open up, and it was all foam inside, and had little tiny cutouts in the foam that you could put your figurines in there. I had that whole thing filled out with some nicely painted figure like characters. Everything was nicely painted, like attention to detail, everything. And those things are not cheap. It is an absolute tragedy that I don't know where that is anymore, because I would put that up on display right now if I still had it. I don't know what happened to it. Those miniatures, man. I lost all of them. I don't know what happened to them. It's not the type of thing you would throw out, you know, but they just get lost over the years. Commander is so boring. What is it? How would you say Warlocks compare to Hunters in terms of leveling? Definitely slower. But, you know, they're very good at leveling. They're just not the fastest at leveling. They pick up a little bit later, but they kind of have a slow start. Commander is just 100 single card format. You have a 99 card deck. 99 card deck? What is that? That sounds kind of scuffed, dude. 99 card deck. That does not sound that fun. And one commander. So the games just take forever? You have a 99 card deck and you're just chewing through each other's 99 card decks? I guess you'd end up dying before the attrition. And only one copy of each card is allowed? You're not selling this to me, man. I know you're just explaining it to me, but usually I like to stay away from decks. Usually, like even in Hearthstone, that have just one of each, because it's less consistent. In Hearthstone, those kind of decks are good though right now. Where if you have no duplicates, some of the cards are just insane power level. But traditionally, you would try to just, you know, play 4 of this, 4 of this, 4 of this. So it becomes just more consistent with your game plan, but. Drafting is just so fun, though. Just the standard draft with some lands. Get your nice dice there. Get the nice card sleeves. I love card sleeves. Let me tell you right now. Some nice card sleeves. One of the joys of life. I might like the card sleeves more than I like the cards. I love the concept of singleton decks. But yeah. Ooh, green. Leather. Why do we have the same headset? Because it's an amazing headset. I love this headset. Want to draft later on Arena? Dude, I'm down. Thing is, I'm on this Hearthstone hype, though. I just spent a bunch of money on Hearthstone, trying to get back into it a little bit. So I want to get... They have this new ranking system in Hearthstone. It's kind of weird. I don't know what to make of it. It's like... kind of like StarCraft. They have bronze, silver, gold, platinum. And then you get legend. So I'm in platinum right now trying to get legend. I'll probably get legend and then maybe stop. Thing is, this TBC Hearthstone X-Pack thing is coming out too. In a couple days here. I got the pre-order of it. Oh, then Diamond. Okay, so I still got one more to go then. I'm having fun though. Favorite hardcore class? Dude, they're all really fun, man. I gotta say. I think Warrior is really, really fun. They're all really, really fun, man. I think I like them all about equal. I enjoyed playing the Troll Warrior the most, though, out of everything. Dual wielding on that Troll Warrior? Golly, that was fun. You always get anxiety playing card games? Bro, you are not wrong. Hearthstone will give you anxiety too, man. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that Hearthstone gives me that Magic doesn't give me as much. I don't know if anybody feels the same way. Am I speaking to a wall too? Do you guys actually play these games, or is this... I feel like most of us play these games, but the Hearthstone, the RNG in Hearthstone, I get it. It can be kind of fun, but the art, when really, really bizarre, strange things happen to you in Hearthstone, it does give you some anxiety. I get this. the threat of weird, wonky shit happening just gives you this passive anxiety while playing Hearthstone, to the point where it actually interferes with your enjoyment substantially. I had to quit Hearthstone, didn't realize I had a pack buying issue. Oh, damn. You spent grands? Yeah, I could see that over the years. I probably spent grands over the years. I think if you do it smart, though, if you do it smart, you can get every card that you want to play with for probably like $60 per expansion. If you just buy everything in the pre-sale or whatever, like, and don't be too quick to craft stuff. DE all the stuff that fell out into Wild, and DE all the gold cards. But that's still kind of a lot of money. $50 every couple months. Play Hearthstone. That's a lot, man. Cargos, tried the new format for Magic the Gathering called Pioneer. You said you like constructed formats. The power level of the format is very fair and not too expensive to get into. Okay. People say that the physical card game of Magic is more popular now than ever. I don't know if I believe that, though. I feel like with Magic Arena and that other one that you were playing the other day, Dust, when you came over, there's got to be only like 2% of people playing Magic physically now. You gonna play some Arena and TBC? Hell yeah. How viable is it to play Hearthstone for free? Not that viable. But if you wanted to just play one deck, if you wanted to study the meta and just play one deck, just kind of an aggro deck, cheap aggro deck, whether it be Mech Pally or, you know, Face Hunter or something like that, you could probably spend $10 and get a fully competitive deck in Hearthstone. Because there's some kind of starter pack that you can buy, and just with that, and if you DE everything, and just to make one deck, you can play one deck on ladder at a high level. Buy a wand. We're about to craft a wand in a second here, bro. How do you spec when leveling Warlock? We're going to Affliction. Maybe go Soul Link at 45? We'll see. If we get up there. Build a Face Hunter. Honestly, what I'm playing right now on ladder, it's the strongest shit ever. I have to say, it's disgustingly strong. I feel like the whole meta is going to shift around it. Is Mech Pally. Mech Pally is so gross. The whole magnetic mechanic, oh my god. I free-to-play hit Legend every season. There it is. The thing is, I enjoy playing control decks the most. Out of tempo, aggro, all that, but when you're not spending that much on the cards, you're not really able to craft a lot of the stuff that you need. So you end up playing tempo decks and oh, Ziliax, yeah. And the Snip Snap, too. What's up, Bieber? How you doing, bro? Yeah. I like orcs better than undeads. I don't really play undeads. I don't think you guys have ever seen me play an undead. Never played an undead. Anyone knows if the Nightfall talent is worth? It's actually not that worth. It seems like it would be amazing, but it's not that amazing. I could go into it, but TLDR, it procs at weird times. Oftentimes you don't want to spend that. It's overkill. It sounds really good on paper. You don't end up really using it that much, the Nightfall. Because oftentimes you're just trying to front load some spells and then finish with a wand. So using a Shadow Bolt at the very end is going to interrupt all your regen, and it might overkill the mob. It's pretty inconsistent. Nightfall's not that great. Almond butter's so good. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, bro. Subscribe for 2 months. Thank you, man. Welcome, welcome, Mr. Butter. Linen cloth. How much do we have? 40, 59. That's a good amount of cloth. Alright, let's get out of here. Female Night Elf Hunter? Nah. Reno is broken, dude. Oh, Nightfall's amazing in raids. He was saying at level 25. No, in raids it's amazing. But even in raids, though, Nightfall isn't as good as... Because people have done the calculations in the Warlock Discord and stuff, right? So when you get a Nightfall... Because you have to factor in the global, there's a couple different aspects to it. Because you have to factor in the global, you don't get a full free knife. It's not a purely free Shadow Bolt. I think you have to get two Nightfall procs in order to make it count as a free Shadow Bolt. It's like half a Shadow Bolt. So Nightfall's still really good, but people who are quick to shill for DS Ruin for Warlocks will say, you know, like, the ultimate big pump respect for Warlock, though, if you want to have the best possible parse. I want to do it one of these days. It requires your guild to support you, though, is to go DS Ruin. Get all your buffs, go DS Ruin, sack the Succubus for the, sack the Succubus for the 15%. And then respec SM Ruin. Get the 10% from Shadow Mastery. And get 25%. But you're only going to have that for like 30 minutes, though. But if your guild can summon you, and then you quickly hop right into MC or BWL, you'll probably be able to have that buff for a couple bosses. And that is so juicy. You'll probably get the #1 parse for all Warlocks. I mean, I guess there's a whole aspect of you have to get lucky with crits and stuff, too. But this past week I got some 99s, and I didn't have full world buffs. I did have a flash, though, no PI or anything. I wouldn't even get Nightfall for leveling, man. Maybe if you have extra points, but I don't think you're really going to have... Nightfall is good for PvP, though. I guess if you're on a PvP server. Nightfall could be alright. Ooh. I wonder if tab selecting is something worth getting good at for locks. How else do you select right now? That's good for every class, man. Unless you have some other next level big brain system. Getting to 60 on this character, I'm gonna do my best, brother. See what happens. You never know in hardcore when your time's up. Just gotta play our best game. Clicking? Oh, true. I guess, yeah, no, you should definitely tab target. Just got 97 on Chromag as my first kill as Moonkin. Oh, nice. What's up, dude? Nice, what's up? Yo, there is a little strat, though. Is there any Warlock mains in here? I wanted to run this by you guys. It worked super good. This is one of the pink parses I got. It was on Flame Lat, or what is it? Fire Maw, whatever. The dragon everybody hates, right? The one that gives you all the pushback. Let me see. I'm actually really curious. Any lock? I want to bring this up in the lock panel too, because maybe there's a better way of doing this. But this is the way I did this week, and it was easy 99, man. Warlock main here. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you guys do it a different way, but for us, you know, the tanks position the Drake, then everybody opens up on the Drake, and you start getting those debuffs, right? You start getting the deep or the pushback. You start getting hit with those little stacks of flame stuff, right? So what I'll do is I will ideally you start the fight with a pre-Voidwalker bubble and like a priest bubble. I didn't have it this time, but this is ideally what you would do. You start with a Voidwalker bubble and a priest bubble, and you sit there. And early in the fight, the stacks don't ramp up that fast. Like later, they ramp up faster. So you sit there and you take as much of a beating as you can. You early Hellstone, you know, you're using everything there, and you stay there until you have like 9-10 stacks, and your toe up is fully exhausted at that point. And then you have to go out of line of sight of the Drake to have those stacks fall off. There's about 15 seconds on those stacks. So what I've been doing is I immediately, as soon as I know the timing is right, I have to like plan it out with the toe up cooldown. I'll get to the right. I'll hard resummon a Voidwalker. Alright? Think about this, because you're trying to get the pushback off you. So you have enough time to hard resummon the Voidwalker and tap like 5 times. Or like, you know, 4 times. Plus hard resummon a Voidwalker. And then you sack it again. And you pop back in range. Just stay in the whole time. I mean, you can't. You're going to die. Like, they're going to yell at you. You can only take up to like 10 stacks or whatever. It starts getting bad. So I hard resummon a Voidwalker. I sack it. I come back out and fight him again with the pushback. And I'm able to withstand, because everybody's getting... the mages are at the bottom of the meters because their Frostbolt's just getting wrecked. When you have that absorb, not only are you able to hang in the fight longer, but you're not getting the pushback. Ideally, you can get, you know, a fire protection pot too. Ideally, you can get priest bubbles throughout the fight as well. And then you can try to, you know, every time you step back in to the fray with no stacks on, you have no pushback on your stuff. And that was basically like a 99 for me yesterday. How many stacks are you getting with the bubble before you have to step out? I get like 10 on the first wave, and then I'm usually stepping out at like 8-9 stacks. I'm a little conservative with it too. Like once I get down to like 50% health, 40% health, like with the recent tick, I'll jump out of the way. Apparently, there's a way.
How you doing?
On that quest is on that boss as well. If you are kind of big brain about it, you can weave in and throw up dots. You can throw up dots or instants and not get hit by the ticks of the flame stuff, right? You'd have to set some kind of timer for it or something. But there is a way probably that you can do that. But at the same time, I'm using the whole time frame that you are out of the combat, out of the fray. You're using that productively to hard summon a Voidwalker. You make use of that full, 15 seconds or whatever it is. Just get some fire resist, Juju's, totem, etc. Yeah, I'd need that too, absolutely. But that's only going to save you for the first one, right? You're going to hang in there for as long as those get you, Grish. And then you're eventually going to have to step out and reset. And you're not going to have that stuff anymore because you will have hung in there. So basically, whenever you have to LOS the boss, go hard, resummon a Voidwalker. I stood in line of sight all the time, didn't go over 4 stacks ever? How was that even possible? How do you only get 4 stacks? Can you outrange it or something? You got me curious here. Oh, resist. Oh. I guess. That sounds kind of scuffed, though. I mean, you naturally have some fire resist on your pieces. Like the tier 2 and tier 1 for Warlock, I'm pretty sure it has some fire resist on it. Thing is, you're going to take off all your spell power gear and stuff like that to get some fire resist. Think it's that good? 280 fire resist and never have to leave? Okay, that sounds kind of big brain. If you could get 280 fire resist, you're almost capped. I mean, you could actually throw on tier 1 as a Warlock, or even tier 2 if you have the 5-piece and use Fell Hunter. And then you get a ton of resist on that between your Fell Hunter and yourself. Yo, that might be sick. That might actually be the strat. You go 5-piece tier 1 and you just chill there. Holy smokes.
Hey Cargo's Community Cup number 2 was a blast. I started recruiting some friends in the meta. Great time too. By the way, I was the druid who spammed Wrath in the 1 death clip. I was trying to see if I could win the cup as balance.
Yo, Zachary, thank you very much, my man. $50 humongous donation. Zachary, thank you, brother. I remember that. You were the druid who got stuck in that cave in Darkshore, right? That was rough. That was rough to watch, man. You had a long-ass fight against that guy. You died a death of 1,000 cuts, man. You hate to see it. Thank you very much for the 50, bro. That's a huge dono. Hey, Cargos. Hope you're keeping well through the craziness, watching a lot of TBC stuff in prep. Out of the new races, which one would you roll first and which class? Oh, the new races? What, Draenei or Blood Elf? I would probably roll Blood Elf Paladin. I like Paladins a lot, man. If you could have Paladins on... The thing is, you have to. If you're going to go Paladin and be on the Horde, you have to go Blood Elf. But I know it's like the Demon Hunter of the X-Pack, but Paladins are sick, man. I gotta say, they're just really great. Holy moly, we got 2 more subs. Jandrius, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, bro. And B Steel as well. Thank you, guys. 2-month hot streak. Appreciate it, Mr. Steel. Yeah, you have no other choice, right? Paladins are ridiculously OP in BC. Vanilla too, man. Damn. The thing is, so Dustbone, you're saying you kill it in 30 seconds. We kill it in... Let me see. Let me just link the log here. I was happy with the performance this week, man. This is the first time I kind of tried it a little bit in a few weeks. Let me see it. Here's the Fireball one I'm talking about. This was a 99. And it was 389 DPS. 389. So you're telling me you get 420, so you must be in the top one. So the kill on Fire Maw, though, if you look at it, is 2 minutes 45 seconds. That is so long, bro. 3-minute fight? Would you still go for the fire resist? I don't know. It's not a 30-second fight. For us. Hi, bro. Can I get your opinion on druids? Are they still needed at this stage in Classic? Yeah, they're definitely still needed. Depends what you mean. Feral druids are good throughout the game in Classic. And resto druids, you're always going to need a couple of resto druids. I'm going to play Alliance in TBC because Horde is going to be so overplayed. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Honestly, that's true. If the balance is really bad, even though I'd probably prefer Horde, all things considered, probably going to go Alliance as well. Wait. Never mind. That's if I had to roll fresh. If we continue our characters, then my hands are tied. I'm on the Orc Warlock, but... Let's be honest here, too. I'm probably just going to continue my Orc Warlock. I love Warlocks in TBC, man. Are Pally's OP in Classic, though? I want to make one of my guilds something to avoid it. Yeah, Paladins are insane. Strong, best support class in the game. Draenei Elemental Shaman sounded badass. Oh yeah, Jamin. Yeah, Melderon did a really good job of hyping up the Shamans, I gotta say. I didn't even realize that they have this passive additional Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt that they just fling out periodically. Yeah, people say the faction imbalance is going to be even worse in TBC. We'll have to see. Wouldn't be surprising. It's already, what, 60? What do you think it is right now in Classic? Has it changed? I mean, there's got to be a census or something out there. Maybe 60-40. People were saying that in the past. Maybe 70-30, 80-20 come TBC.
What do you need? Be safe. Brawl for the whole.
70 horde prob right now. Yesterday's GMA, yeah, it's up on my YouTube channel, yeah, man. What's better in TBC, Lock or Mage? I'm gonna have to say Lock, dude. Locks, I think Locks are better than Mages. To my personal taste. Do better AoE damage. What else? I mean, they're super chunky. They do more damage than Mages and raids, right? I think Mage and Warrior takes a step or two down off the pedestal, and Warlock takes a step up. TBC will be 90-10, you think so? Faction balance-wise? Well, they should do a faction queue then. Faction queue would change it. That's the best solution. Every time people start talking about it, every time people keep talking about faction balance, that's the best solution I ever heard. Faction queue. Oh, let's train skills too. What am I doing? What's up, Chrome? If I got ganked by Alliance, I would have to delete my character. But we're playing on a PvE server, so that's much harder for that to happen. Hellstone, health funnel's pretty trash. I'm just gonna skip that. We'll get it just in case. Demon skin 2. Health funnel. Hell yeah, man. Got our nice juicy Hellstone. You'll love to see it. Starting to get our act together here on this Warlock. Faction queue is the best solution, but you know how Blizzard is. I could see them doing it. You don't think they're going to do it? Faction queue? A faction queue that scales with the lower population faction. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so if you play on a server, if you guys don't know what faction queue is, what would be the downside to this? People all agree that there should be... What is the most acceptable imbalance ratio? Let me ask this to the hive mind. On your server, what do you think is... for it to be a healthy server... What is the acceptable ratio at the extreme end? Is it 60-40? Is that still serviceable? Is it 55-45? Is it 70-30? Maybe you only implement it 70-30. So if it gets worse than 70-30, I like 70-30. I mean, 60-40 might be a little bit rough. Then you're putting in... Well, I feel like most people will be on the same page. If your server is more than double the other faction, there should be a faction queue. 65-35, something around there. So that's how it would work. If I'm on Scarum, for example, and there's 7% Alliance, 93% Horde, there would be a queue on the Horde side to always have their, a 70-30 ratio between active Horde players and Alliance players playing on the server. So like it would equalize it to 70-30 at all times, if that makes sense. That's how I envision it working. Like people are trying to play, but some people are not allowed to play until that ratio is achieved. Depends on the kind of population, but 65-35 is already scuffed. Thing is, if it was 70-30, you could make the case that, bro, don't be greedy, man. You want to play the game right now? It is over double on your faction. Oh, you can say the whole double card. 65-35, you can't say that. People are gonna be like, oh, this queue is scuffed. I don't care about, you know, the faction balance. What if people started making new accounts and rolling Alliance on the server to make the queue shorter? Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, they could do that too, but it's still gonna help a lot though. Like people are gonna spend $15, have another computer. I pulled the chat yesterday on GMA, and we asked them how many accounts should people have. Type in the chat right now how many accounts you have currently for WoW. I'll tell you what the data said yesterday on the little basic straw poll we did. It was like 70% of people, or maybe it was even 75, I forgot exactly, but only had one account. Everyone's saying 2 now, but yesterday everybody said 1. 0, lol. Dustbone got 3. Do you prefer TBC more than Wrath of the Lich King? Definitely, yeah, definitely. I think Classic and TBC are basically almost equal in my mind. I really do love both of them, but Classic is it definitely has the edge, all things considered, and it always has to get stripes, and has to get. You have to pay homage to it as the original game, the base game, right? It's got to be the best. TBC was still amazing, absolute fire expansion, best expansion, the epitome of what an expansion can be. Lich King was still cool, but it had turned that corner for me. My enjoyment was starting to get a little bit less during the Lich King, and I could feel it too. Even though that was the peak of WoW player base, that was the peak numbers. If you guys played back during Lich King, you remember the atmosphere, what it felt like playing back then. People were already saying WoW has peaked, WoW has peaked. You know, all this back then. When is leveling tournament number 3 coming? It's going to be on the 25th of April, my man. So in 22 days. TBC filled many of the holes that Classic has. Better PvP, better rating. Yeah, I hear you. And the thing about TBC that I talked about on GMA, and I've been talking about with regard to TBC. Here's the thing about TBC. TBC, I can't stress this enough. I really feel that it strikes this balance between some of the modern elements of the game that some of the retail players really like. It still feels kind of space agey and has some of the quality of life stuff there, but it also isn't too far gone for the classic players to enjoy as well. Like it strikes that balance between both communities. I could see a ton of people playing TBC. I mean, Shadowlands is going to come out. It's probably going to have more players than Classic. Right? It's a new expansion. You know, it'll probably be, you know, when the Shadowlands come out, again, I'm just shooting from the hip here, though. I mean, maybe 65-35 Shadowlands BFA players to Classic players. Something like that. And then Shadowlands will start to trickle off like every expansion does. Classic will rebound up again, and it might end up being 60-40, more people playing Shadowlands. Then TBC is going to come out. Actually, no, hold up. Think about this. Because even when TBC gets announced, people are going to go back to Classic. Never mind, change my mind. Think about this. TBC gets announced, right? Who's playing BFA? Who's playing Shadowlands at the time? Even before TBC's out. If people think that their character is going to be graduated into TBC and it's not fresh, already at that point, no one's playing Shadowlands. Because people want to get ready for TBC. Because even the people that don't even like Classic that much but love TBC are going to start playing Classic just in preparation for TBC. All right, I'm starting to. Classic is going to slaughter Shadowlands though. Thinking about it, as soon as that TBC announcement comes out, this BlizzCon, as soon as the tides will completely be yoinked back in Classic's favor in terms of player base because people are just so hyped for TBC. We'll see what happens. I'll play Shadowlands over Classic when it launches. Okay, Jack, all right, there's a question for you then, Jack. You're going to play Shadowlands when it launches. A lot of people are going to. But once they announce TBC, and if Blizzard confirms that, look, guys, your level 60 character is going to be able to hit the ground running when TBC hits, there's going to be no TBC freshes. It's just going to be 60 to 70 with all the servers are going to be converted into TBC servers. You're probably going to come back and play Classic again, right? You can't get ready for TBC. You can get gold. Gold is the ultimate way to get ready, unless they have some kind of gold cap. Probably getting gold cap is going to be the whole thing. Getting consumables, getting everything you need, swiftness pots, stockpiling for TBC. So as soon as TBC launches, you hit the ground running. You go through the ground, you go through the dark portal, and you immediately swiftness pot. You know, and you have sappers and all that. It's going to be kind of strange how this works. I feel like the announcement of TBC will kill people's motivation to play Classic. I don't think so. Because if Classic transitions into TBC, wouldn't it do the opposite? I was thinking the same way a second ago before I was just talking about this stuff out loud. If it is confirmed that Classic servers will turn into TBC servers, the main thing I'm excited for with Shadowlands is the customization. I respect you. I hear you, Oxygen. I was at BlizzCon. Anytime I hear about retail WoW, all I hear about is customization. It's very, very important to people who play retail WoW. The aesthetics, the customization. Unless you're talking about customization of talents or something like that. But people, half the questions at the BlizzCon panel for World of Warcraft were about aesthetic stuff, like Blood Elf jaw lines and weird stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I try to make my character look cool too. But to me, that's just like an alien concept. Why would anyone play the older X-Pac over the new X-Pac? Why would anyone play chess over the new, the new turn-based games? I don't know. It's just a better game. Timeless games. Timeless game. Better pacing. Still holds up to modern standards. All right, yeah, we gotta make the wand now. So I'm getting derailed here. Sorry about my dog. Define better. That's very subjective, right? I mean, that's a whole can of worms. All I'm saying right now is you log into retail WoW. For those of you who are classic players or whatever, it's very overwhelming. You log into it and you're just greeted by this Michael Bay movie. You log in, bam, Michael, there's just particles, there's 9 million different mounts flying around everywhere. You get this quest thing popping up in your face. You're just lost in the sauce in this whole place. It's almost less is more with these games, with Classic and TBC. And retail, when you just keep adding more and more to it, and you just keep putting stuff on top of the pile. Hey, this is a good idea, let's put on top of the pile. This is a good idea, let's put on top of the pile. It looks like one of those websites that you go to that has a shitty user interface, and it looks like they just added way too much to the website, and the whole UI is all scuffed, and it almost looks like some of the WoW database type websites. You go there, and there's too much going on. That'd be 1 point. It's like a shitty website. Do TBC have dailies? Oh yeah, there's big dailies. Rap dailies. If TBC have dailies, I may not play. What is the arguments against dailies? Help me out here. Because I've heard that a lot. People who play WoW, a lot of people hate dailies. They can't stand dailies. I've always found dailies kind of fun. Like just kind of a chill thing you can knock out by yourself. And as far as the grinds go, I always found them not as bad as doing like a pure rep grind or something. Or even like a long ass attunement or something that requires a bunch of group activity. I always felt like the dailies weren't that bad of a grind. No dailies in TBC required. It's only for cosmetics, fully optional. Dailies are chores. It's true, but it's a chore that you can complete by yourself. At your own pace. You're chilling. You don't have to group up with people. You don't have to hop into Discord necessarily and talk to a bunch of people you don't want to talk to or anything like that. You just do it at your own pace. It's not like a 100% needed. If you miss a day or two, it's not a big deal. Right? I don't know. To me, they never bothered me too much. For the worst type of grind, it might be a rep grind. Rep grind might be the worst kind of grind. Getting to Exalted on one of those grinds where you get like 5 XP at a time and you have to get all the way up to Exalted. Oh, those are rough. And TBC has a ton of those. Let me tell you. Oh, the Daily Island? Oh, yeah. The Keldanas, right? What am I doing here? Bolt to linen cloth. Let's make all these and talk while we craft bolts. Right, but in some games, if you miss a daily, you feel behind. I don't know how that is in TBC. So in TBC, what are the dailies? The dailies, once Isle of Keldanas comes out, which is the Sunwell patch, right? You can buy epics with the through the dailies somehow. I forgot exactly how it works, but you can buy epics. Before that, you do the dailies to get like the mounts. You might be able to get like one piece. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, you kind of do it for the mounts, right? The rep. Magheart Talbot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You turn in those anal beads and you get the Talbot. The TBC deals are only on Skettis for mount. No, what about the Nether Drake? The Netherwing Drake. Oh, Epic Gems. You need dailies for that too. What should I order for takeout? I would order takeout stuff that's not fresh, stuff that's cooked. You gotta kill off that COVID. I wouldn't order a Cobb salad takeout right now. I'd probably order something that doesn't need to be touched by human hands. Something where, you know, actually, what's the safest thing to order? Let's think about this. Let's help him out here so Robert doesn't get COVID. Maybe get some McDonald's nuggets, man. I don't think anyone's touching those. They just take them out of the container, do whatever they do to them. Those things are probably bulletproof. They're like Twinkies. I don't think any kind of life could live on a nugget. It's too strong. It's too much chemicals. Oh, pizza? True. That goes right from the freezer, straight into the oven, straight into the box, and it's super hot molten lava cheese. Pizza would probably be pretty safe. Smoothie? I don't think you get smoothie. I think that's the COVID surprise. I think that's the COVID milkshake right there, because you're taking a bunch of fresh fruit, and then you're putting it in with ice. I don't trust ice right now. Because the ice, I don't know. They already say ice is kind of gross. You guys heard that, right? They say ice is one of the grossest things from an ice machine. So they're going to take ice and fresh fruit that people are touching, and they're going to blend it all up. You shouldn't trust fruit. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm on the same page with that. Deep fried stuff. Anything healthy is bad for you. No, it's crazy, right? The tides have turned because the foods you want to be the safest foods right now are like processed foods. How weird is that? I mean, you still got to get some fresh in you because. Hold up. Wifey made. What'd you make again, babe?
Vodka sauce pasta with meatballs and garlic bread.
Vodka sauce pasta, penne alla vodka with garlic bread and meatballs. That's a meal right there. That's a meal and a half. I'm hyped. Frozen veggies over boiled. Yeah. Frozen veggies are great. The mixed veggie bags, those are the key right there. It's mixed up with corn, peas, carrots. You can even get them at like Dollar Tree anywhere. You just get a big bag of those. You just throw them right in the pan, right from the freezer right to the pan. Bam. And apparently those veggies are fresher than the vegetables that you get from the store. This is what they say, because all those vegetables are flash frozen when they're at like peak nutrition values. This is what they say. Again, this is what the big brains say. They become peak nutrition values. They flash freeze them so that when you eat those, they end up being, you know, healthier or something. Got like 20 of those frozen veggie bags? Absolutely. And they, they stay good for a while. I got some in the freezer too. Keep forgetting what I'm doing. Alright, let's go make some greens. We'll eat them. It's the freshest veggies you can get aside from like farmer market stuff. There we go, yeah. Not fresher, just last longer than fresh and hold their nutrition better. Oh, it's Dustbone. What's up, dude?
Victory!
Hardcore character on a mount, guys. You love to see it. Hardcore character on a mount. This rogue is looking like a whole snack, as my man Graves would say. Love it, man. Trolls are just sick, dude. He looks pretty streamlined, too, with the shoulders. Yo, this guy's doing hardcore right. He crafted his own green gear, Nightscape tunic made by HC Dustbone. This is how you hardcore, ladies and gentlemen. You got the leatherworking up, reinforced armor kits. Golly, he has some blue belt he made himself. Now that's a hardcore character for you, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That is sick. Is the whole realm hardcore? I wish, man. No, it's not. It's not. He even has a trinket. How did he get a trinket? I think that was Devil Sarai. I probably just dropped for him, luckily. This is a normal server. Troll Rogue looks so sick. I know, right? That's how you do a hardcore character, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Whoops. Craft all your own gear, green and blue. He's making leatherworking look strong, man. I gotta say. I hate rogues, and this guy makes me want to reroll. Alright. So we got to... brown linen vest. What is it?
May your blades never dull.
Golly, I'm out of practice here. To get to brown linen shirt, let's see. Brown linen robe. Here it is, here it is, here it is. You need 30, so I need 1. Okay.
What can I help you with?
1 coarse
May your
thread.
blades never dull.
Okay. That should unlock it. We're at 30.
Roll hall.
Brown linen robe.
Be safe.
So we can make a total of what? 9? It's not bad.
Roll hall. Victory.
Can make a total of 9.
Roll hall. For the Horde.
That's 9 greens to DE. And then we have our dagger to DE as well, so that should get us to 10. Cargo chat, need your big brain advice on this one. What is the best Warlock race for arenas in TBC? I remember humans were OP because of perception, dude. Perception is no joke in arena. That is true. I think it's probably a little bit... It's probably okay. It's not as good as on Rogue. Rogue, apparently, perception is just BIS. For Warlock, it'd be pretty sick, though, because you do use the Fell Hunter in arena. So, in tandem with the Fell Hunter's detect invis, detect stealth or whatever, plus perception, it may be pretty solid. I would say the ultimate BIS race, though, is probably Undead. Undead with Wodoff. Blood Elf for Warlock? I don't know. Like, are you really getting up in melee range that much for it to... I feel like Blood Elf is better on melees. No, this is a normal realm, as I... Alright. On the enchanting side, Lesser Magic Essence, Strange Dust. And that's pretty much it. Let's go back to the enchanter now. Be able to craft this wand. Gnome is pretty good for escape artist. Yeah, didn't they nerf escape artist though? They reduced the cooldown on it, I think, but they did something else to it as well. Alright, let's DE some stuff. So we need an essence and we need a dust to make the copper. There's the essence. That's a good start. Getting an essence first try from one of these robes, those are the things that hold you back a lot of the time. Okay, now we need dust. Come on, baby, dust. Okay, I'm buying the dust.
Farewell.
Why do I have no dust right now? What is this? We have to craft this wand before 5, because I think at 5 it turns yellow or something. You have to craft this early. There it is. See, it turns yellow, so it's not a guaranteed skill point after that. How am I getting so much damn dust? I mean, essence. Supposed to be getting dust. Oh, there's the dust. Hell yeah. Alright, we're in good shape. There's the dust. Some nice rolls here. 2 dust to pop. There it is. There's the dust. I get a progressive enchanting. We're just going to use it to make this one, the maybe greater one, and then we'll drop it or just forget about it. Alright, now we're cooking. Oh, yeah. So we can, there it is, easy peasy. Lesser magic wand, just need simple wood. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got the wand, and we got plenty. We're off to a good start too towards getting the greater. Look how much we have left. It's insane. We have so much, man.
What are you looking
I'm about to just buy this stuff.
Go with honor.
Alright. We're good, man. Let's head to the Barrens. Axeloth, Conscript of the Horde. Looking good, looking good. Let's get out of here. Got our wand, got our Voidwalker. They increased cooldown by 0.8 minutes, but made it instant cast. Okay, okay. What other MMOs have you played? Alright, well, that's a good question, Mudkips. I've been doing this MMO podcast with my friend North, who he started it. It's called Backseat Devs. And it's pretty much, you know, 4 of us that are mainly WoW gamers that we're covering other MMOs, like we're playing them, and then we're sharing our thoughts on them and reviewing them a little bit in some way. Damn, this guy's in High Warlord gear on Bloodseal? Golly. Got his rank 14 weapon and everything. But, so I've been playing some other ones recently, man. I was playing Guild Wars 2. So I actually played Guild Wars 1. I thought I had played Guild Wars 2 in the past, man, but I didn't. I actually, my recollection was actually Guild Wars 1. So I actually played vanilla Guild Wars randomly. But then we played Guild Wars 2 the other day. That was pretty fun. There was a lot to love on that game. It's very, very different from WoW, and the way things are balanced. Like, gear isn't too big of a deal. Like, getting gear is not really like the goal. Also played WildStar for a little bit. Got the level cap there. Didn't play too much after that. Played SWOTOR. Got the level cap. Did a little bit at the end game, but did not too much. Played what's up, baby?
Come here, baby.
Okay. Played. What else? Oh, Warhammer. Played that the other day. Warhammer was pretty sweet. I love the art style of Warhammer. Let me tell you, man. Played Siege. I actually never played Siege. I'm embarrassed to say. I wish I played Siege. I have a lot of friends who play Siege, and you know, they love it. They follow the esports aspect of it. Never played Siege, but I've been playing CS:GO though. Never played ESO. Played GTA. Yep. Oh, we got the Voidwalker now. Life is good, boys. Life is good right now. Fighting 3 mobs. Oh, yikes. Get the Voidwalker and we're chilling. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. Did the Dwarf Hunter die? Yes, he did, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Alright, we're going to the Barrens. Dwarf Rogue is still alive, Lou Wilmere. He's 26. He's my fallback. He's my anchor. At least I have one guy kind of up there. Yeah, I just pretend he's dead, exactly. Oh, Sword War was really fun, man. I really enjoyed Sword War. I honestly forgot what happened. I think I was asking the chat before what happened to Sword War. People said there just wasn't a lot of stuff to do at endgame. And that's what killed it. The leveling was mad fun. The combat was fun. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying on Warhammer, if anybody's tried it, they have this new private server called Return to Reckoning. And the art style is amazing. I love the art style of Warhammer. Like, the way the orcs look in it looks so good. The combat feels kind of clunky compared to WoW. I didn't play too much of it yet. But as far as how the world looks and all the classes looks amazing. Apparently the reason why that Warhammer MMO never really took off is that it came out in 2008, and that was right around when Lich King came out, and Lich King was super popular. It just couldn't keep up with Wrath, which makes sense. So it died, but this company brought it back. I guess almost basically like how Nostalrius did it. They brought back this Warhammer MMO, and there's a private server for it now. SWTOR is still going, really? Okay. Didn't know that. Return to Reckoning is sick. There it is. There you go. For real though, if any of you guys play CSGO, sorry for the random announcement here, but if anybody plays CSGO and you want to play, I don't really have anybody I'm playing. I'm just solo queuing. If you guys want to play, I had to re-get a new rank and everything like that. When I was playing a lot of CSGO, I was going between DMG and LE. That was where I was hovering between. Right now, I just got a new rank and I got MGE, so I'm a little out of practice, but you know, I'd rather be at a lower rank just to build the memory back. If anybody wants to play, man, around that same level. SWTOR is basically single-player content. Now it's fun for that. And Return of Reckoning is super fun. Yeah, I love the Warhammer universe. Visually, it just looks amazing. Going to play Diablo 4. I have high hopes for Diablo 4. I really do. Again, I think I get a little bit too invested in the art style and direction. Some of my co-hosts, or whatever you want to call it, on this podcast I'm doing with North, they played tons of MMOs over the years, and for them, they can easily play a game that art-wise they're not into. Like some of the Eastern MMOs, like kind of the Asian MMOs, they sort of agree it's not their favorite art style. It looks too kind of weeby, too anime-like. But the combat is amazing. Like a game like Blade and Soul, for example, or something like that. It doesn't bother them that everybody's walking around in thongs and bikinis and stuff with like, you know, with humongous assets and everything like this, because the game is good, the mechanics are good. For me, it bothers me too much. It starts for me with the art direction. The game has to draw me in visually. The world has to look cool. So Diablo, on that note, does that amazingly well. Seeing D4 at BlizzCon was just unbelievable. It's everything I always wanted. I actually played some D3 the other day too, man. I've been doing weird stuff, guys. Call it a coronavirus crisis or whatever. I've been playing all types of games recently in the background. You know, I've taken a few days back from streaming, as you guys saw, but playing some D3 is a great game too. I actually made a hardcore guy in D3, guys. D3 is a nice game. It's very, very polished. It still has a little bit of the cartoony element on it, a touch. If you play D3, it's not purely serious, like on the, or more serious, like deadly serious, like how D2 was. But I like the setting a lot. Diablo 4 coming out in 2040. Yeah, you never know when it's gonna come out. Hardcore is the only fun thing about Diablo. It's true. Well, I mean, that's my favorite mode. I love it. And they have some new classes in it, too. I didn't actually play some of the new expansions. They have this Paladin class now in D3. After playing D2 for years, I couldn't play D3 for more than an hour. It reminds me of current retail WoW. Gotcha. Out of all the games in the world that need a remaster, it's a shame Blizzard just kind of destroyed their credibility with remasters. If you guys could remaster one game, what would it be? I feel like D2 would be the game most people would say, unless there's something else I'm not thinking about. But D2 needs a fresh coat of paint. I think that's what's holding it back. The game seems amazing, but I tried to play it a little while ago on stream. I was feeling its age. It's gotta be D2, right? StarCraft? They already did it for StarCraft. They already remastered StarCraft. Baldur's Gate. I think they did that too, man. I saw Almond Butter. I saw that on the iOS store. On my iPad. They actually made a port of it, I think. For mobile. Can't wait for the new Baldur's Gate. Is that a thing? Was that an MMO? I missed that. Oh, single player game, I see. Ooh, Lord of the Rings Online. Yeah, that's a good vote. Well, they're in a sense remaking that, right? With Amazon and doing all this. They're making a Lord of the Rings MMO. See how that goes. Nice to see you being positive about TBC. Thought you might be hating on it since you love Classic so much. I really like TBC, man. I just want to be one of the people that still shill for Classic because I think it needs to get special brownie bonus points for being the original version of the game. And I flinch a little bit when people say, you know, TBC's better in every way, TBC's better in every way. Because you got to pay respect to the OG game, man. That started it all. Probably the most refreshing piece of news that I've heard from the people who know TBC better than myself, that also helped me put a more positive spin on TBC, that is pretty sweet, is that there actually are a decent amount of reasons to go back into the old world, even in TBC. I was envisioning it being just everybody sits in shot ref forever, right? You just chill there all day, every day. But having to go back into the old world to go to Karazhan, having to go back into the old world to go to Caverns of Time, still needing some of the mats like Ghost Mushrooms and stuff for the newer potions as well. There's probably other reasons too that we can think of together, but that got me a little bit hyped. You talking about Valar, Hanox? Valar? That new MMO? North's been playing it. TBC doesn't change too much, does it? It is different, man. It's different. No, it needs to stand on its own. I agree 100%. And Classic does stand really well on its own. 112, the patch that we're playing in right now, I don't know if people know enough about 243 to know how the balance is. How would you guys compare class balance in 243 comparatively to 112? I don't know. Are rogues like really strong? I mean, in 112, the current patch we're playing in right now, a lot of people will say this is one of the most balanced states of the game has ever been in across all the classes. You know, even all these meme specs and hybrid classes that people went into Classic thinking were an absolute meme or a joke, they're really not. They're, you know, performing just fine. PvE, PvP, gold farming, whatever it is. Is there a chance that 243 is actually kind of imbalanced? Exactly. It only lasted 5 months, right? It's basically almost like a Wrath pre-patch. Classic's biggest problem is balance. Meme specs do 1/3 or less the damage of top specs. Maybe if you're playing at a really high level, but I mean, you know, most people are playing in semi-hardcore or even casual raids, and in those environments they can do just fine. And also the game is more than just the parsing. And then also the other thing you have to realize too is that unless you really are in the sweatiest of the sweatiest guilds, like not everybody's gonna have a sapper and other stuff on hand. So there are many ways to rise up and even be top DPS as like any meme spec. Because if you look at the top Warcraft logs for every single meme spec, you'll find people in there doing an insane amount of damage. Pretty much every class could probably do 700 DPS single target. I don't know. Maybe every time I go to the war, a lot of that depends on how fast you kill stuff though. At the same time, but all I'm saying is go to Warcraft logs, sort it by spec. You'd be surprised the numbers you see in there. Yeah, Boomkin. I've seen some Boomkin slap, man. Look at like Wooey. He did some good ass damage. Will you continue to play Classic when TBC is released? It's hard to say, it's so far out. I think how it would probably work is TBC would come out. I would go through the whole server life cycle on TBC. We'll probably maybe still do hardcore events on Classic or TBC and do some stuff in Classic as well. Maybe do leveling in a Classic. I don't know. It'll probably take some time, my guess, Nesrug. I think TBC would have to come out. We'd have to go through the entire life cycle of TBC. All content. The dust would have to totally settle. And then I think people are going to come back to Classic, potentially. I don't know, though, man. I'm trying to think about this. I'm just thinking out loud, stream of consciousness right now. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. Because a lot of things in Classic didn't pan out the way that people hoped that they would pan out. Because then you think to yourself, I don't know. I mean, like a new Classic fresh, though. Yeah, I think I could see myself playing a new Classic fresh down the line. Didn't TBC have more players than Classic? I think so. Yeah, back in the day. The player base kept going up and to the right all the way through Lich King, right? Wait, TBC would come out not in WoW Classic? I think it would, but I think they would have some Classic servers as well, Michael. People are still debating whether or not they roll out a couple Classic freshes alongside the TBC launch. Go to Warcraft logs for BWL and check average class damage for the 99th percentile. There's still a huge difference between Fury Warriors, Rogues, and Boomkins, Red Pallies. It's not balanced at all. Oh, yeah. No, 100%. But I'm saying if you take some of those top Boomkins and Rets and those people that are going try hard with those specs and you put them in, there's just a massive drop-off between the top 1 percentile of players and then the next percentile down is what I'm saying, man. Like, because if you take even a few percentage points down and you just go to raids like even for me, for example, I don't have the greatest gear on my main Warlock. I'm playing in kind of a semi-hardcore raid. Our kill times are pretty long. I'm not getting full world buffs, and I'm getting some ping parses, some 99% parses. I'll top DPS on some of the fights. There's just a huge drop-off, other than a few select guilds that are going super hard. So all those arguments kind of only really apply to those players up in that tax bracket. But even those kind of players, those type of players, that doesn't phase them. They'll level up characters. They'll level up new characters, no problem. Like, they understand not to compare a warrior to a boomkin, a rogue to an LE shaman. It's like apples and oranges. You wouldn't compare the two. Yeah, true. I 100% agree. Because there's also the utility they provide as well, right? And there's also the whole idea that you have to actually gear up your raid in an organic way and distribute gear that's dropping. Like, you can't just slap a bunch of... You can't just gear up warriors and rogues all simultaneously very easily. It would take forever. What do you think about Druid on Classic? Can tank a raid? Oh yeah. No, I mean... anybody here have a main tank Druid? And druids, I mean, again, I honestly am not putting myself up in, even though, yeah, I'm not, I don't think I'm the biggest subject matter expert here or anything like that. I would have to ask something like Scarm or whatever, but to me, when like Graze or a druid opens up with Pummeler on a boss, the threat is higher than like anything I've seen. I'm able to go full Zug as an Orc Warlock with or without Tranquil Air Totem. The druids put out insane TPS with fucking Pummeler, man. Like it's I actually like prefer them than a warrior. You don't even have to worry about it. Like you see, sometimes they can get unlucky, right, with a couple misses or whatever works. How it works with Maul, if Maul misses a couple times, but he'll, at least Graze will let you know when he's tanking. He'll be like, oh, go ham. Like he'll know when a couple Mauls connect, and if a Maul crits, it's like the most explosive threat in the game, right? Maul crits, Pummeler, you can go big pumper mode with that, man. It's easier to heal Graze than Sarmy. There he is. Vomp's in the chat, too. Hey, what's up, Trastas? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Good to see you, bro. So I think druids are, I think it's safe to say, can we safely say this, right, guys? Like, druids are excellent tanks in vanilla WoW. I guess excellent has to be comparatively to something else, but you could compare them to paladins. I mean, druids are excellent tanks in classic WoW. Is someone fighting on that point? Druids are excellent tanks in classic WoW. Jaspone says they are okay. Well, let's hear some pushback. I'm actually curious. Like, what at this point where the content is kind of just falling over, at this point, like for a lot of guilds and stuff, I don't know. Hey, what's up, Ghost? Thank you very much for the tier 1, man. Oh my land to Georgia. 13 months, Ghost? Holy moly, brother. That is a ridiculous amount of months. By my calculations, that is over a year, dude. Fury does more DPS threat. Even with Pummeler and stuff, though, Dust, I feel like the threat is off the charts when a druid uses Pummeler. Brave tanks are alright, but they lack in threat compared to a Fury tank. With Pummeler, though, man, I actually feel like they do. Yeah, for an opener. I don't know, does the rest even matter at that point? I feel like the opener, stabilizing the pull is the hardest part. When, like, Graze opens up with Pummeler, and he connects with those first couple of Mauls, bro, it's not even close. I don't even have to worry about the threat meter for the rest of the fight. I'm just chilling. When I have warriors there, sometimes you have to actually look at it a lot. Druid threat is not consistent. I hear you on that. Yeah, because if he misses a few of them, yeah, then it's an issue. The fact that we're even having this discussion, though, talking about, warriors versus druids, it shows that druids are pretty serviceable. Oh, thank you, honey. Oh, I wish I could show you this meal, guys. It looks amazing. Man, this game is boring as fuck right now, huh? But good on you for being able to find joy in it. I'm taking a hard break, sadly. Not sure I'll come back. Do you have any other game suggestions? CSGO. Hearthstone. Freaking Warhammer, Return of Reckoning, MMO. There's some good games. But you'll be back, Dr. Dre. You'll feel that itch again. Especially with TBC coming, you'll feel it again. Sometimes you just need to take a break, though. I hear you, brother. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah. Yo, guys, I'm going to eat this pasta now. I might be back streaming later today. We'll see. I'll take a break here for a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to eat this with wife. She just cooked up a nice meal. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see what we can host. Host my man. Who do you guys want to see? Graze or Tactics? Both excellent, excellent choices. I want to see Graze or Tactics, guys. You want to see the King of Mulgore, or you want to see the King of Speed Leveling? Alright, there's some votes for Graze. We'll host Graze, guys. We'll be back in a little while. Peace out. Thanks for hanging out with me again, as always.